TSU over to Kansas City, Texas Southern University Tigers, of course, we will refer to Grambling and Texas Southern as such. Down the field, what an absolutely gorgeous day for football.
All right, guys, congratulations on being elected captains of your team. Let's have a great game today, all right? TSU, I got you being the visitor. Who's going to be the speaking captain? You are. We're going to call this coin heads or tails. The SWAC side is going to be heads. The 150 is going to be tails. What are you going to call? You got him calling tails, right? He's calling tails. We're going to let it drop, fellas. He called tails, and it is tails. That means you want to talk. That means you win with the ball, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for today's invitation from Pastor Aaron Jackson of the Morning Star Church in Shreveport, Louisiana, followed by today's national anthem brought to you by the world-famed Grambling State University Tiger Marching Band. And today's flag will be presented by the Grambling State University's Color Guard and the GSU Army ROTC under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Terrence. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, gracious God, our Father, how we thank you now for the privilege and the opportunity of this day. We pray now, God, that you would bless both teams, and we pray that you bless the athletes on both teams. We pray now, God, that as these athletes have come together and as these fans have come together, particularly those from Grambling State University to reflect on their homecoming, we say thank you for the many men and women who have given so much over so many years that we might be here today. We pray now that as they give their best, that their sportsmanship, Lord, will only be overcome by their spirituality, that they will work together to not only have a great game, but that they will represent themselves as young men who will be models, motivators in this community. Thank you for these coaches and all who play a role today. Bless these fans today. We ask it all in Christ's name. Amen.
Absolutely. You start to see the Grambling Tigers really gel over the past couple of weeks. And part of the reason that there was a little disassembly earlier was because of the number of injuries that the Tigers had throughout the season. So you had guys who were coming into the game to try to fill in for guys who would really be in key roles for both the offense and the defense. But now what you're starting to see is that this first unit, offense and defense, is really starting to gel and come together, and it's happening at the right time as they're making a push for the postseason to play in the SWAC championship game and possibly in the Celebration Bowl.
All right, so we're just about ready for action here between these two teams, between the Grambling State University Tigers and Texas Southern University Tigers from here at Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. It is homecoming 2019. And of course, I think that the biggest thing here, Nick, that you have to look at if you are the Grambling State University Tigers is you have to look at, hey, we got to start this tone early. Texas Southern has decided to defer. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, that's something that doesn't necessarily play in the hands of Coach Fobbs because, when Grambling wins the toss, they usually defer. So to start off on offense, we're going to see where the Grambling offense is at the beginning of this game against Texas Southern.
All right, we're just about ready for the kickoff, and here comes Texas Southern. We are underway here between Texas Southern and Grambling State University. And it's going to come down at about the 10, out to the 15, and right at about the 20-yard line, the Tigers will take over first down and 10. And boy, I'll tell you what, the home side is getting full real quick here, Ozzy.
Slowly but surely, everybody's starting to trickle inside of Robinson Stadium here in Grambling, Louisiana. Should be an outstanding crowd on the home side, and if the home side starts to bleed over, there's plenty of room over on the other side of the stadium, Santoria, where we're expecting probably a few more people from Texas Southern to make the trip, but we understand with the weather being the way that it is, sometimes people are just a little apprehensive about traveling in the cold.
First down and 10 now for the Grambling State University Tigers. Higgbottom gets the pass out. A loss there out to the 15-yard line. And the pass was complete, but a loss on the play to number 23, that's Keelan Elder, rather. And it'll be second down and about 15.
Grambling trying to just get the game started quickly with a little pass out into the flat area. Texas Southern doing a great job playing the flats, playing downhill, makes the tackle. Here's the second down play. Pass is going to be complete, almost to the 30-yard line. Tackle at about the 27. So it'll bring up a third down and about 2 seconds.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting call here as you see Grambling coming in with their tight end, redshirt senior Casey Warming, now in the ball game for Grambling State. Usually that means that you could see a running play or something to the opposite side. Texas Southern now looks like they've got 4 down linemen with a possible rush, and they're going to drop back into coverage, and it is going to be a run out to the 30, 35, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, and Higgbottom in for a touchdown.
You called it, Santoria. You said that anytime you see the 2 tight ends come in, Khalil Jackson was in the ball game. Grambling did a great job with everybody on the left side of the offensive line. Everybody blocked everything past the center, and Jeremy Higgbottom used a counter step, goes in between the left guard, left tackle spot, gets a good kick out, and then is off to the races. 2 men in the box that time for Texas Southern. Nobody playing in the middle of the field, so no safety help to stop the run of Jeremy Higgbottom, who gets Grambling on the board. Here's the extra point for Grambling State University.
Mendez on the kick. The kick is up, and it is good. We have a timeout on the field with the score. Grambling State University 7, Texas Southern University nothing, with 13:41 remaining here in this first quarter play. We will take this timeout. You are listening to Grambling State University football on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV.
GSU supporter, Mr. David Hempton. Let's give Mr. and Mrs.
Stadium here on the campus of Grambling State University. Grambling Tigers on top 7-0, 13:41 remaining here in this first quarter of play.
That was just a good job by the offensive line from Grambling State University. Again, washing everything past the center. That means they take the block and block everybody past the center. Good kick-out block at the end. And then, of course, Jeremy Hickbottom did the rest, putting some jets behind the legs and getting into the end zone.
And Texas Southern, oh my goodness, what a tremendous mistake by Texas Southern
Terrence
University.
Franklin.
Terrence Franklin catches the ball and goes out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. That's probably one of the things, if you let it go out of bounds or go into the end zone, because at the very least you're going to get it at the 25. And now Texas Southern puts their offense in really bad position back inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
And that's just a young man who wants to make a play for Texas Southern University, and it's a very ill-advised play. Most coaches would absolutely lose their minds after a play like that on the specialty unit, especially on the kickoff, putting your team inside of the 5-yard line.
First down and 10 now for Texas Southern University. Back to pass, and it is going to be complete. Out to the 30, 35. Whoa, and what a hit, number 9, Donnie Corley, or Corley, I should say, the transfer from Detroit, Michigan. That's the transfer that came from Michigan State. And he's out to the 35-yard line. Donovan Travis is going to tell us a little bit about him in just a little while. It is the play on first down, running play out to the 35, 40, and to the 41-yard line. So Texas Southern 2 plays, and they go from the 4-yard line to the 41.
Give Texas Southern a lot of credit on that first play, just trying to go down the field, taking a chance and getting out of harm's way.
Second down and about 3 yards to go. And there's going to be a flag on the play, and this one goes out of bounds on the carry. Is number 14, DeAndre Johnson, the quarterback, the graduate transfer from Jacksonville, Florida. He's actually came in from Florida Atlantic.
I believe that's the foul is going to go against the right tackle.
Personal foul. Chop block against the offense. Number 85 and number 22. 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that is going to
Second
go
down.
against Chris Long, the tight end from Nettleton, Mississippi, for a chop block, and that will back them all the way up inside the 30-yard line to about the 27-yard line, and that will bring up second down and extremely long.
Well, when you have a receiver like Corley, a guy that you can make plays with, he's the leading wide receiver on this Texas Southern team, you're not as panicked, but at the same time, you don't like plays like that. Good job by the Grambling State University Tigers to just play fast and get to the football.
And this play goes nowhere here on second down and extremely long, and now it's even longer, back to the 23-yard line.
Good job that time by the Grambling State University Tigers getting to the football on that last play. Was the linebacker, redshirt senior Jeremy Carter. Carter blitzing up the gap. The A gap that time was the man on the spot, bringing up a third down and long for Texas Southern.
Corley, you mentioned it, he is number 1 in receptions per game. He's averaging over 105 yards receiving per game. Third down for Texas Southern University. DeAndre back to pass. He will scramble. Johnson still on his feet, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And that will bring up a fourth down now for Texas Southern University, and they'll come on to kick. So Texas Southern started out hot with a big play to Corley. They were able to get to about the 41-yard line, 2nd and 3, chop block, and a negative play, and now they have to kick the ball back to Grambling.
And you really have to give a lot of credit to the Grambling State University Tigers defense for being in the right place at the right time, playing their alignments and knowing their assignments and getting to the football extremely fast. Here's the punt. It's going to be a fair catch for Grambling at the Grambling 33-yard line.
And we will take a timeout on the field with 11:37 remaining here in this first quarter of play. Grambling on top 7-0 over Texas Southern University. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Endowed professorship in cybersecurity. This fall, Grambling State University proudly introduced
Louisiana's first bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. Today, alumnus Dr. Adrian Butler and Mrs. Galanda Butler are proud to present a check to Grambling State University President Richard Gallo Jr. and Grambling University Foundation Vice Chairman Richard Rayford in the amount of $100,000 to establish the Dr. Adrian and Mrs. Galanda Butler Endowed Professorship in Cyber Professorship Security. Please give Dr. and Mrs. Butler a round of applause. Carry for the season. Move, go, hey. That's an item tag, first down. Move, go, change, and some other item tag, first down. Darkland Bruton on the carry for the defense. Move, go, change. That's another item tag, first down.
The line of scrimmage by number 38, Marquise Walker, the defensive back from Houston, Texas.
Marquise Walker did a great job of running down the hill that time, Santoria, making that play behind the line of scrimmage for Texas Southern University. The play that Grambling ran just moments ago, picking up a positive play, loses about 3 yards.
Trips to the near side, working to the far side for the Grambling Tigers. Here is Hickbottom, long pass out front, and it is complete! Touchdown, Grambling State University, Lyndon Rash, the redshirt sophomore from Baton Rouge on the catch, and it's a touchdown, GSU.
Rash did a great job of running his route that time, had a step on the defender on that particular play. Ball held up a little bit in the air, and he was able to just kind of adjust, make the catch, and get into the end zone for the Grambling State University Tigers. Give a lot of credit to Coach Mark Orlando, taking full advantage and actually going after the Texas Southern University defense in this football contest. What a wonderful play by Grambling. Hickbottom had plenty of time to set his feet, make the throw.
Mendez on for the extra point try. Garrett Urban to hold. The hold is down. The kick is up. 14-0. Just like that, the Grambling State University Tigers are on top. 9:23 remaining here in this first half of play, first quarter play. We will take this timeouts here at Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. Grambling on top by the score of 14-0. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
For the second year in part of the
campaign, members of the Divine Nine participated in a friendly fundraising competition in an effort to provide additional financial support to the university. Today, the organizations present a check for $102,000 to President Richard Gallo Jr., and we congratulate the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi and the sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority on winning the 2019 Greek Challenge Give it up for the campaign captains and members of the GSU Divine Nine. Number 23, Keenan Fontenot on the stop for the G-Men special teams. Number 34, Jeremy Carter on the stop for the G-Men defense. Gain of 8 on the carry. First down, TSU.
And this one, was nearly picked off by Grambling State University. Joseph McWilliams nearly had another interception.
Joseph McWilliams has been playing lights out at the cornerback position for the Grambling State University Tigers. Last week had a little bit of a hard time in the first half against the Arkansas Pine Bluff Lions, but make no mistake about it, Joseph McWilliams is always the man that's there. He was close to an interception in the hip pocket of the wide receiver on that last play.
Here is the give to Texas Southern University, and I believe that's number 22, Owens on the carry.
Apparently, Owens thought he was still up on that last play. The officials blew the play dead. So to bring up third down and call it about 5 from the 43-yard line.
Trips to the near side, third down and 4 here. One receiver to the far side. Johnson in the shotgun. Here is the give. And they're going to be close to a first down here. They will get the first down.
I was about to say, it's going to be a first down. Running the ball hard off of the right side on that last play. Give a lot of credit to the right tackle for Texas Southern University. The big fella does a great job of hook blocking on that last play and opening up a hole for the running backs to pick up that first down.
First down and 10. Here is the give out to number 22 once again, Ladarius Owens. And he gets out to about the 49-yard line. It'll be second down and about 9 yards to go.
Texas Southern is wasting little to no time other than between changing players in and out of the ball game. But if they're not changing, their foot is on the gas and they're trying to come right at the Grambling State University Tigers, and they have to because they're down by 14.
Mobley, Webb, and Corley to the near side for Texas Southern. Here is Jordan back to pass. He escapes pressure. The pass is complete across the 35 to about the 32-yard line, but it'll be a hold on Texas Southern.
All for naught that time, Santoria. Good job up front by the Grambling State University Tigers to get pressure, but an even better job by Corley to run the route, and a good job by Johnson to get that pass off.
Offense, number 62.
Because of the holding.
10-yard penalty, second down.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Fontenot is the injured Grambling player on the field right now.
So should go back to the 39-yard line.
Boy, this is not an injury you want to see right here from Fontenot. Looks like he's getting up under his own power.
Yeah, you don't want injuries to take place in any game. You definitely don't want anything pertinent to happen to any one of the Grambling Tiger football players. The Grambling Tigers have struggled throughout the course of this year with a ton of injuries. And at one time in one game, I don't remember which one right now, there was at least 10 to maybe even 15 Grambling Tigers who could not even dress out.
I want to say that was Alabama State.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was Alabama State. Doc headed over to talk to Keenan Fontenot just for a minute. And it'll be 2nd down and 20, and we're going to have another penalty here. It'll be false start. It'll be false start against Texas Southern.
Yeah, not sure. Go on, Nick.
I was going to say, speaking of false start, Texas Southern
False start.
band has just decided to come into the
Number
game.
72, 5-yard penalty. The 2nd down.
Being like Baptist people sometimes showing up just a tad bit late.
Fashionably.
2nd down and 22 now, it looks like, for Texas Southern. Trips to the near side. Here is the quarterback Johnson back, and he is going to be sacked. DeAndre Johnson sacked at about the 29-yard line, and it is 3rd down and just forever.
That's a good job that time for Wesley Green, the big nose guard for Grambling State University, doing a great job using the bull rush and then dipping his shoulders, getting skinny, something that he is not, getting skinny and then making the tackle in the backfield for the Grambling Tigers.
Webb, Morley, and Corley to the near side for Texas Southern. Johnson will take it himself, and he will get it out to about the 34-yard line, and Texas Southern will punt the ball again. And so on 2 different occasions now, we've seen Texas Southern advance the ball, get it up into Grambling territory, and then they get knocked back by those penalties. And that's something that Coach McKinney has talked about, is that those penalties, that's what's killing Texas Southern University.
What do I always say that penalties are?
Drive killers.
That's exactly what happened. Every time that a positive play happened, there were 2 penalties on this possession that killed a Texas Southern drive.
And here's a punt, short punt, that will come down at the 38-yard line. So that punt barely got back down past where the 1st down marker was for Texas Southern University. Maybe a 35-yard punt at best. Well, we will keep it right here. 5:22 remaining here in this first quarter of play. Grambling on top 14-0 over Texas Southern University. Grambling will take the ball, 1st down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Already up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, I mean, it is all filled here on the home side. So if you're just getting into the ball game, take a trip to the opposite side, or what used to be the home side. Here is Jeremy Hickbottom, long pass out to Raylon Richardson inside the 5-yard line at the 3. 1st down, Tigers.
Good job that time by the Grambling State University Tigers, but a penalty is going to call everything back, or was the ball actually ready for play? So hold everything. Great route that time, great pass. Raylon Richardson stopped just a little bit, slowed down to adjust.
During the play, an eligible receiver downfield, number 19. Number 19 was covered up at the snap and released from the snap for a pass. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
So they're going to replay it here?
Yes, because one of the receivers was covered up on the outer half. I think he said number 19, but that was quarterback Jeremy Hickbottom. But one of the receivers was covered up, so apparently when you're covered up, which means that you have a 2 guys on the line of scrimmage, the inside man cannot go out for a pass if he is covered up by a receiver who's on the outer half. Only the widest man from the center is eligible.
Quick injury update. The consensus is that Fontenot got stepped on, but he will be back in the game.
And in the words of the great rap artist, I'm tired of being stepped on. Slot to the near side here is Hickbottom, and goes in and out of the hands of the wide receiver for Grambling. That's Donald Johnson, 5'8", freshman from Ruston.
One of the things you can definitely say about Jeremy Hickbottom, when he throws the ball and it's a quick pass, it comes out like Nolan Ryan. He just puts so much on it until sometimes it's hard for the receivers to catch the football. But that's also where the receivers are going to have to make an adjustment. Bring that other hand with you and make the catch.
Here is the give, I should say the keeper, Hickbottom out to the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10-5, touchdown, Grambling State University.
That's a good job by Jeremy Higbottom, but an even better job, Santoria, by Grambling State University wide receiver on the far side of the football field, Kobe Ross, who makes an outstanding block, pancake blocks the defender on the outer half, and then again, once again, Grambling catching the coverage just right. And Jeremy Higbottom, the play that he ran on the left to score the first touchdown, is the play that he runs off of the right side to score the second touchdown of the ball game. Good job by the Grambling State University Tigers.
Here is Miguel Mendez up. No, it is good. Timeout on the field with the score. The Grambling Tigers 21, Texas Southern nothing. We'll take this timeout. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. 1 minute. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Robinson Stadium here on the campus of Grambling State University. Grambling State University on top of Texas Southern in homecoming 2019, 21-0. Here's the end-over-end kick that'll be taken short and downed at the 10-yard line. Oh my goodness, Franklin has been the Johnny on the spot today. He's been the guy that the Grambling Tigers have picked on throughout the course of this game, and Grambling will actually have it where Texas Southern, I guess they call a fair catch. I thought he had taken a knee, but
fair
apparently
catch.
It was a fair catch. So it will be first down and 10 for Texas Southern at the 25-yard line.
Tigers on top 21-0 here with 4:34 remaining in this first quarter of play. Glad you could join us, Santoria Black, along with Ossie Clark. Hey, we will have a contest a little bit later on to give away 2 tickets to see Alcorn and Grambling next week, Senior Day, and that's going to be a huge ball game. Man in motion right now for Texas Southern University, right to left, and here is the snap to Johnson, and he gets it out. Oh, it's going to be incomplete.
You couldn't ask for a better play to have it set up. One-on-one blocking on the outer half. Motion coming across the formation. Everything set up perfectly. Wide receiver just can't handle the pass. Hit him in the perfect place. And maybe the wrong place, the hands. It's going to be second down and 10 for Texas Southern at the TSU 25-yard line.
Here's Johnson back to pass, and he is going to be sacked back at about the 17-yard line.
That's going to be Cameron Richardson, who makes the play for the Grambling State University Tigers. The redshirt sophomore steps up, does a great job of just whipping the right guard on that last play, getting under his shoulder pads and getting a sack, bringing up third down and call it 15.
Here's Johnson back to pass, and he finally gets this pass away, and he's going to get it out to Tyler Cook, running back from Dallas, and it's out to about the 30-yard line. It makes up a lot of ground.
Makes up a lot of ground, but it's still going to bring up a fourth down. Good play set up that time by Texas Southern because Grambling is just sending the house after the quarterback. They do a great job of setting it up, middle screen that time to the running back, picked up a big chunk of yards, but not enough to keep this Texas Southern drive alive. Give a lot of credit to the Grambling Tiger defense for playing ferocious in today's game.
Punting situation now, and this one is nearly blocked, and there's going to be a flag for either roughing or running into the kicker. And it will come down to about the 45-yard line, but none of that will matter because the punter is down at the 20-yard line. Now it'll be running into or roughing.
Either way on that first.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Personal foul.
It's going to be a personal foul.
Roughing the kicker
Yeah,
against
he'll be roughing
the
kicker,
kick
15
receiving
yarder. He
team,
is
number
down on the
29.
ground.
15-yard penalty, automatic
I think,
first down.
And I'm not saying that I know for a fact exactly what happened, but he may have taken a nice blow to the leg on that particular attempt to block that punt. Or, worst, best case scenario is he's doing his best Denzel Washington job.
I wish I could say that's what it was, but he did take a hit on that play as one of the Grambling players was extending to try to block the punt and hit him in the leg. I wouldn't necessarily call it roughing, but he did get a good blow to his leg.
And the reason why it's roughing the kicker and just not running into the kicker, it is based on the type of blow the kicker actually takes to a certain degree.
He took a solid blow to the shin there.
Well, Nick, don't call me Rene Russo is now coming out of the ball game.
What are you doing? Like,
I'm sorry?
what are you doing?
I have no idea what
Like,
you're talking
first
about,
of
sir.
all, the skibbity paps, and you got Ossie going along with you on that, and now Nick, don't call me Rene Russo.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Will there be a screening of Tin Cup after the game?
There could be.
Or could it be a major league of events to take place for Texas Southern?
Well, Jeremy Hickbottom has been a lethal weapon for the Grambling Tigers.
Here is Johnson, and he gets hit as he releases the football. And there's going to be a flag on the play on the far side, and either they're going to call face mask or horse collaring on the far side.
Couldn't tell from my vantage point exactly what transpired on that play, but I'm assuming it's going to be face mask against Grambling.
And you could tell by the way that
Personal
the
foul,
went down.
face mask against the defense, number 59. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
15-yard penalty at the end of the run, so it'll be a first down, and that will take the ball inside into Grambling territory.
Yeah, that penalty is against Donald Freeman, who makes a great play for the Grambling State University Tigers. Makes the tackle on the wide receiver on the far side. He just had a little bit of assistance to bring down the receiver on that last play.
First down and 10 for Texas Southern. 3:03 remaining in the first quarter of play. 21-0, Grambling on top. Trips to the far side here for the for Texas Southern University. One receiver to the near side. The receiver on the near side is Donnie Corley. Now in the backfield is Tyler Cook. Here's Johnson back to pass, and he has the receiver Mobley wide open, and he's going to pick up another Texas Southern first down.
Mobley did a good job of running the route, but that was a great pass by Johnson. Gets it over the hands of the linebacker for Grambling State University to get the first down.
Second down and about 9 after a small gain on the play. And I mean small. I don't even know if it's a full yard. Trips to the far side, one receiver to the near side, and that's Corley. He's the man to watch out for. Here is the quarterback back to pass, and he tries to get it to the running back, which is Tyler Cook. And as he was put under tremendous pressure, talking about DeAndre Johnson.
Yeah, that time, that was Donald Freeman putting on the pressure for the Grambling Tigers right up the middle of the football field, and nothing Johnson could do with it on that particular play other than get it out of his hands. He was trying to set up the screen, and he had to throw it down at the feet of the running back on that last play. Brings up a third down and call it 8 or 9 for Texas Southern.
4 receivers set once again for Texas Southern. They're trying to spread the offense or spread the defense out. Johnson is on the run, and he is, he's going to be slung out of bounds. And was that going to be a penalty? Yep. They're going to call that super late, though. And there's some pushing and shoving going on now down on the sideline. And the officials who were right there on the spot never called it, but then the referee called it coming from down the field.
I wonder if he's going to try to call it a horse collar, because in college football it is a little bit of a different rule. I
After the play, personal foul against the defense, unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Correction, the penalty will be half the distance to the goal line. First
Half
down.
the distance of the goal line, first down for Texas Southern.
Wow. It started as a play inside of in the playing area that time, and it turned out to be a penalty against Grambling State University. Wow.
Well, two big penalties have cost Grambling, and now Texas Southern is near the red zone at about the 11-yard line. Here is the give across the 15, and there's going to be a flag on the play downfield.
Good call that time, I guess. Coach Ponton helping out a little bit on that, coercing the officials just a hair. Make that penalty.
Holding
Holding against
offense,
Texas
number
Southern,
74.
10 yards.
10-yard penalty, replay,
1:46
first down.
remaining in the first quarter, 21-0, Grambling on top.
Dr. David Rusty Ponton, athletic director here at Grambling State University, but also a former basketball coach here at Grambling State University, and just never loses the coach's edge. Gotta love it. But that's another penalty that may take Texas Southern out of a scoring opportunity.
Trips to the far side, and Johnson, the ball goes on the ground, and actually Johnson's going to be called down because his knee went on the ground, it looked like, or it wasn't, maybe incomplete, but I thought his knee was on the ground.
They're going to call it at the spot where his knee went down.
Yep.
I was about to say, that was an awful play by Texas Southern, and back-to-back bad plays by Texas Southern University all the way back to the 27-yard line. And when you had the ball half the distance to the goal just a minute ago, 53 seconds and counting here in the first quarter of play, 21-0 is the score. Grambling on top, and Texas Southern shooting themselves in the foot. Second down, and call it 18 yards to go. Johnson dropping, Johnson looking. Johnson's pass is going to be incomplete as he was looking for Donnie Corley on the post route on the last play. It's going to be incomplete with 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. It'll be third down and 22 for Texas Southern when play resumes. Grambling on top, 21-0.
Boy, Texas Southern, they can get a first down inside the 2 at about the 1.5, and they're at the 28-yard line now.
27, I believe.
27. 4 receiver set, trips to the far side. Here's Johnson looking, trying to find an opening, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 19-yard line.
And you go from having an opportunity to score 7 points to possibly having to put 6 points on the board. Good job by the Grambling Tigers defensive unit, putting the pressure on the throwing side of the quarterback, forces him to roll all the way to the far side of the football field, and before he's run out of bounds. 27.9 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. And Texas Southern will attempt a field goal. This will be a 32-yard field goal.
Yep.
Not a great snap.
No, it's going to be on the field.
Open score, maybe?
And the ball is on the ground at about the 35, 36-yard line. The field goal is no good, and Grambling will take over at the 35-yard line. Huge special teams play, but it's aided by Texas Southern's bad snap.
That was just a bad snap. That ball bounced 3 times before it ever made it to the holder for Texas Southern University. If this was basketball, it may be a great bounce pass, but this is not basketball. This is football, and you cannot afford to make mistakes in the specialty game, and that was a big mistake. From an opportunity to score a touchdown, get a penalty for Texas Southern, and then a few mistakes on the offensive end. Here's the first down play. Grambling looking to go down the field.
Devontae Davis at the 15-yard line, and it's a first down Tigers.
Grambling doing a great job of protecting Jeremy Hickbottom. Nobody's been close to Jeremy Hickbottom throughout the course of this football game. And that time, Devontae Davis runs a great post pattern, makes a great catch on the play. Grambling has the football, first down and goal from the Texas Southern 15, but the quarter comes to an end.
And that means that is the end of the first quarter with the score Grambling 21, Texas Southern nothing, and Grambling is driving. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. 1 minute. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
There are several ways to support Grambling State University. Get involved.
Welcome back here to Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. Here is the keeper, Hickbottom. He's going to toss it out to Jakari across the 10-yard line. Well, actually to about the 10-yard line. And that will bring up a second down here. And, of course, Jakari Nichols, the sophomore from Bingham, Louisiana.
That was Bruton, wasn't it?
Was it Bruton?
Yeah, that was.
Oh, it was Bruton. I thought it was 44, not 14. So that was Bruton on the play. Here is Hickbottom. Fade in the end zone. Did he remain? Did he get control? Touchdown, Grambling State University. Raylon Richardson with the score to start the second quarter.
Back shoulder fade that time for the Grambling State University Tigers. Richardson does a great job going up, catching the ball at its highest point. And right now, Grambling is making everything look like child's play or backyard football by the way that they're taking advantage of Texas Southern on the defensive side of the ball.
Tigers on for the extra point. Mendez going to kick. Kick is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field with the score. The Grambling State University Tigers on top 28-0. We will take this 1 minute timeout. Grambling State University on top 28-0. 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and on GSU TV.
All right, fans.
It's time for the True Care Dental Smile Cam. Show us your pearly whites. True Care Dental is the official mouthguard sponsor of the GSU football team and a proud supporter of the GSU athletics. Get ready to smile in 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your grin in.
Welcome back here to Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. The Grambling Tigers on top 28-0 as we're back here live on GSU TV and the Grambling Sports Radio Network. Texas Southern will down it in the end zone. It will be a touchback back to the 20-yard line. 25-yard.
25-yard line, and that's where Texas Southern will try to get some offense going. The last possession was the first time that they were able to get the ball inside of Grambling territory, and in the process of getting it inside of Grambling territory, they were not able to push across any points on the board. Give you some first quarter stats here in just a moment.
Grambling territory in that last drive was because of a bunch of penalties by the Grambling Tigers.
So it's going to be first down and 10 for Texas Southern. Johnson dropping, pumping, rolling to the near side. Johnson to get across the 30s to the 40. He will run out of bounds at the Texas Southern 43-yard line or 42. They're going to call it the 41. So it'll be first and 10 for the TSU Tigers at the 41. Here's the inside give off of the right side to the running back. That's going to be Owens. Owens picks up 8 yards on the run.
That'll bring up a 13:46 remaining here in this second quarter. Texas Southern now second down and about 3 or 4 yards to go. Here's Johnson back to pass. Oh, nearly another interception by Joseph McWilliams. Great coverage on the opposite side.
That was Devonair Martin that was in coverage that time. Santoria across the formation for Grambling State University, doing a great job in the hip pocket of the receiver. Gets his right hand out, knocks that thing away. That's how you play big-time football right there. That's big boy football being played by Devonair Martin on the wide receiver one-on-one.
First quarter, Grambling had 164 yards of total offense. Here is the throw, picked off by Joseph McWilliams. Across the 45, 50 to about the 45, but this could be coming back because it looked like there was some movement on the defensive front.
It was. That was a penalty against one of the interior linemen for the Grambling State University Tigers. May have been the nose guard for Grambling State University.
The good news is
defense, number 94.
Going to be offsides.
5-yard penalty.
It's going to be automatic.
Replay second down.
And only the second time, I believe, in the ball game that Texas Southern has been able to
the foul results in the first down.
Grambling 50-yard line across the 50 into Grambling territory. Here's some first quarter stats. You're not going to believe this, and I'll give them to you after the Texas Southern play.
It's a first down and 10 now after the call.
You're not going to believe this if you're listening or watching on GSU TV, the numbers in the first quarter.
Trips to the far side for Texas Southern University. Johnson looking. He'll take off with the football across the 40 to about the 35-yard line, and another Texas Southern first down.
Mirror offensive by Grambling and Texas Southern to a certain degree. Here's a look at the total offensive numbers. Grambling in the first quarter, 13 plays, 323 yards for the Grambling Tigers, and Texas Southern 27 plays, 118 yards. Grambling 6 rushes, 159 on the ground, and for Grambling in the pass department, 164 yards. 323 yards in the first quarter by Grambling. Unbelievable. First down and 10 for Texas Southern. Johnson stepping. Johnson looking. Johnson's pass is going to be complete. Touchdown, Texas Southern University. That pass is completed to number 9, Donnie Corley, to get TSU on the board. Oh, my goodness gracious. Corley one-on-one that time. Great protection. Just outrunning the coverage. That time, Devonair Martin was looking back to see where was the safety help. There wasn't any. I believe he was in man-to-man coverage. And Texas Southern will get on the board. 28-6 is our score with 12:27 left to go. Here's the extra point attempt. It's going to be a botched attempt. Again, tackle's going to be made behind the line of scrimmage. Look like Devonair Martin is the guy who comes up with the tackle for the Grambling Tigers, but Texas Southern gets on the board. 12 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter of play. Grambling on top of TSU. We'll take this timeout, and when we come back, we'll have more from Eddie G. Robinson Stadium, live from Grambling, Louisiana. 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back. 28-6 is our score. Grambling on top of Texas Southern University. 12 minutes and 27 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. Here is the end-over-end kick that will be taken at about the 13-yard line by Bruton. Bruton is across the 30 to the 40. He's across the 45, steps across, jumps across the 50-yard line, and he'll be tackled down at about the 49-yard line. Good job that time by Bruton to get Grambling in Texas Southern territory on the kickoff. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Grambling State University Tigers with 12 minutes and 18 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. Grambling on top, 28-6. Ossie Clark here with you. Santoria Black had to step away. Two backs in the backfield. Twin set to the near side. One receiver to the far side. That's Raylon Richardson. Hickbottom has it. Play fakes underneath. Hickbottom looks, throws. Pass is going to be complete to Donald Johnson. Johnson makes the acrobatic catch at the Texas Southern 34-yard line. Grambling will hustle to get to the line of scrimmage. A little less than 12 minutes left to go here in the second quarter of play. 28-6. Grambling on top of Texas Southern. First down and 10 for the Grambling Tigers. Trip set to the far side. It's going to be a design run, and it's going to be a keeper for Jeremy Hickbottom. Hickbottom gets across the 25 down to about the 24-yard line. Grambling moving swiftly here in the second quarter of play. A little over 11 minutes left to go.
Second down and 1.
In the second quarter. 28-6 our score. Hickbottom. Twin set to both sides. One back in the backfield. Hickbottom gets the snap. He will keep it, and he will be tackled immediately in the backfield. One of the best plays of the day for Texas Southern University. That's Tim Walton Jr., who makes the tackle for TSU. 28-6, Grambling on top, but Grambling in Texas Southern territory with an opportunity to score.
Again. Of course, with homecoming, cheerleaders, orchesis, band members all coming back.
Nieces, nephews, relatives, and a host of friends.
Yes. Mama Nim, Uncle Nim. Here's Hickbottom. Swing pass to the outside and a gain of about maybe 2 yards, 3 yards maybe.
Very close to a first down. Grambling should probably go for this, and I think they will go for it.
Yeah, the kicking team started to come out onto the field, but then they were waved off, and they put the offense back out there.
Swing pass or a quick screen to Johnson. Johnson was very close to picking up a first down. Fourth down, and call it 2 for Graham.
They will go for it on fourth down and 1. Hickbottom will take off with the football, and he gets across the line of scrimmage, and he gets that yard and a half that he needed, and it's a first down Grambling.
Grambling keeping it off the left side, pulling the backside guard on that play, getting a good kick-out block for Jeremy Hickbottom to get the first down for the Grambling State University Tigers. Tigers want to put as many points on the board as they possibly can early to try to make sure Texas Southern don't believe that they have a chance to come back in this football game.
28-6 our score. Bunch formation now to the near side for the Grambling State University Tigers. Here's Hickbottom, long throw. It is incomplete. Pass was intended for, it looks like, Raylon Richardson.
Richardson wanted to adjust to the ball just a little bit early on the outside that time, and that pass was thrown just about 2 to 3 yards further than he could extend his body to make that catch.
Now double slot formation, or as they call it now, the 2x2 set. Here is the throw to the receiver. Gets all the way down inside the 5-yard line to about the 4-yard line, and it's going to be a number 4, Kevin Dominique, on the catch and the big gain to about the 1.
Swinging it out to Kevin Dominique. Dominique gets behind a couple of big fellas and a couple of his wide receivers who make great blocks down the field, just coming up a few yards short of scoring a Grambling Tiger touchdown. Very well designed, very well blocked play for Grambling.
Here's Tigers go inside. Can they break the plane? No, inside the 1-yard line.
Dominique was very close, carrying it off the left side between the center and the left guard, but Texas Southern did a pretty good job of containing Kevin Dominique in the backfield.
Tigers will line right back up.
Second down and goal to go.
Is that a timeout?
Looks like it might be a timeout here.
The previous play.
They're reviewing the previous play to see if he did break the play.
Well, let's see if he did. It was interesting because he was close, but from our vantage point, of course, we're in the box, and we do have the replay monitor, or the actual screen to watch the game on inside of the broadcast area, and it looked very close, but that's going to be an official decision right there.
And we'll await the decision here. While we have this opportunity, let's thank our good friends at Adidas, proud sponsors of GSU Athletics. And we are so happy that now we are dressed in the new Adidas wear.
Yes, we are.
And we'll have pictures on this on our Grambling Sports Radio Network page. Got nice new jackets provided by the GSU bookstore and Adidas. Of course, new shoes. And, of course, we will have new polos that we'll be donning for the Bayou Classic.
Taking a while for the officials to actually look, see, and make a call, but you want to make sure you get it right. That's the most important thing. Couldn't tell from that angle.
Yep.
I didn't see anything that was conclusive.
The ruling on the field stands. The runner was down at the 1 yard line. Second down.
The ruling on the field stands. The runner was down at the 1 yard line.
I was about to say, there was nothing in the replay that would have actually showed that where the runner actually broke the plane of the goal line that time. So let's see what happens here. That was easy.
This time goes on the inside and no call yet.
I don't know why.
Touchdown, Grambling State University. Boy, it took a while for them to call that when they had to make sure that I guess the plane was broken.
I don't know why. The quarterback, Jeremy Hickbottom, keeps it that time, and he was 3 yards in the end zone before the call was even made. But I guess as an official, and not a guess because I actually officiate some high school football games, you want to make sure that it's the absolute right call.
6 more on the board for Grambling, 34-6 our score. Tigers on top with 8:45 remaining in the first half of play. No mistake, 34-6. They're taking out every aggression and frustration they have on Texas Southern.
From the first part of the season, the first half of the season, they're taking out all of it right now on Texas Southern University.
Mendez on for the extra point.
Mendez in for the
Trying to make it a 35-6 ball game. Extra point try is up, blocked by Texas Southern and picked up by TSU. They can return this. Look out. And finally stopped by Grambling State University, and that was just a breakdown in the blocking.
That was right up the middle of the field, too. I wish we would have been able to catch it from the very beginning to see who actually blocked that one for Texas Southern University, but that was a good block and almost a return of 2 points for Texas Southern.
Let's take a timeout on the field with the score. The Grambling State University Tigers 34, Texas Southern University 6. We'll take this 1-minute network timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching the game live on GSU TV. Back here at Eddie G. Robinson Stadium here on the campus of Grambling State University, the kick comes down in the end zone. It'll be a touchback down on the field for this Quickens Loan Rocket Mortgage Report. The professor, Nick Harrison.
Well, Santoria, Grambling State University just challenged a touchdown call or a call for a spot a couple of plays ago, but the play that should have been reviewed was the one before where Kevin Dominique was tiptoeing down the sidelines and they called him down at the 1 yard line. He was actually in for the touchdown and never stepped out of bounds. And that's not only my opinion, but also Martez Carter, who was standing here on the sideline right next to me, said the exact same thing. We'll be talking to Martez at halftime about being drafted to the LA franchise for the XFL.
All right, thanks a lot, Professor. 4 receivers set, and here is a wide receiver screen out to the far side. Texas Southern looks like they're close to a first down.
Going back to the block, Santoria, just a moment ago, that the extra point attempt for Grambling that was blocked. It was blocked by Alec Prince for Texas Southern. So here's another quick pass for TSU.
And it gets out across the 45-yard line up to about the 47. And that's going to be another Texas Southern first down.
Good job by Texas Southern. They're putting their foot on the gas, moving very quickly. Quick passes in and out of the hands of the quarterback to the wide receivers, taking advantage of the one-on-ones.
Texas Southern, Johnson back to pass to the far side once again. And he pushes the defender and gets a first down.
Good job by Texas Southern University, again, taking advantage of Grambling, using the one-on-ones, pass out into the boundary area. And, of course, Grambling is going to call a timeout and have a discussion about what's going on.
Timeout. Grambling. The first time of the half.
Call there.
It will be a 30-second timeout.
Well, I think it's the right call by Grambling State University to actually talk it over and get guys on the right page to make sure they're in the right positions at all times to make plays for the Grambling Tigers defensively. 3 plays in a row, 3 positive plays for Texas Southern University. You don't want them to find a rhythm, especially going in at halftime, and Texas Southern actually gets the football back. So it's better to call the timeout, regroup your guys, get them refocused, re-energized, and recharged so they can go out and take care of their business on the football field.
Well, after the timeout here, Texas Southern will have the ball first down and 10 at the 40-yard line. 7:53 remaining here in this first half of play. 34-6 our score. Here is Johnson, the quarterback, back to pass, and this is going to be picked off by Debonair Martin at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he gets all the way down to about the 44-yard line, 45-yard line. First down, Tigers.
Good job that time by Debonair Martin being the man on that play and being where he needs to be. Debonair Martin jumps the route as they try to go over the top to the wide receiver for Texas Southern University. They were trying to go to Buchanan on that last play, and then Debonair Martin did a good job of undercutting that route, being right there, picking off the pass, and giving Grambling the football back.
The coaching staff has been all over Debonair Martin all game for that very thing, being able to jump the route.
First down and 10 for the Grambling Tigers. Here is Hickbottom back to pass. Hickbottom, it's tipped and incomplete.
Just a little bit too much that time, a little too high. The receiver was wide open on the deep crossing route that time for Grambling State University. Hickbottom had plenty of time. He sets his feet, gets up on his toes, and makes a good throw down the field, just a little high for the intended wide receiver.
First down and second down and 10 here for the Grambling Tigers. 7:34 remaining until halftime. Run over the right side, and it gets to about the 50-yard line.
And as an injury, it looks like it may be Jeremy Hickbottom.
That's who it is.
Yep, Jeremy Hickbottom on the field. And he's played pretty well today.
Absolutely. He's had 3 touchdowns in today's game. Automatically, it was a design quarterback keeper, and when Hickbottom goes down on that particular play, it looks as if he just kind of hurt himself just a little bit on the left side.
Well, he comes off, and he is looks like he's going to be able to go back in. So now Charles Wright will step in for the Grambling State University Tigers.
Right now, with the way the Tiger offense is rolling, I think I could go down there and take a few snaps.
So on all cylinders right now. Here's Charles Wright, little pitch out. And this is going to go out to Keelan Elder. Elder 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, and Elder goes in, and he's going to be short. He's going to go down to about the 1 yard line, and Keelan Elder.
They're gonna call him out at the 5.
At the 5 yard line. What a run by Keelan Elder.
Looking at the replay right now, let's see if he actually stepped out of bounds on that last play. Boy, that's close. I don't know.
That is extremely close.
Would be nice if we had a camera angle from the other side. It would really tell the tale. But first down and goal for Grambling. Here is the first down and go inside. Give to Keelan Elder. Did Elder get across? Waiting on the official signal. Touchdown, Grambling State University.
Tigers on the board for 6 more, and we've got whistles.
Ruling on the touchdown. The previous play for the review.
6:20 remaining in the first half of play. 40-0. Grambling on top. And they said
I ain't never had to make that announcement.
I don't know why
I ain't never had to make that announcement.
40-6 our score.
That was pretty easy right there.
And the official on the field.
The previous play stands. It's a touchdown.
And of course they review scoring plays. So
yeah, it looked like he walked into the end zone pretty easy. I wasn't sure exactly why they would review it, but I understand that all touchdown plays are under review. Extra point attempt for Grambling.
Here is Miguel Mendez on for the extra point. The last one was blocked. This one, no doubt. 41-6 our score. Grambling on top with 6:20 remaining here in the first half of play. And Coach Fobbs out there shaking the hands of the Buffet Busters as they come off the field. And, of course, Garrett Urban, the holder here on the team. We're going to take this final timeout of the first quarter. The Grambling Tigers on top 41-6. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. 1 minute timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network. On top 41-6. Miguel Mendez will be kicking off here to Texas Southern University. And this one will go in the end zone, and they'll run it out to the 5, to the 10, and down at the 15-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Grambling State University Tigers. Let's go down on the field, and Donovan Travis talks a little bit about one of the players for this Texas Southern University team.
Hey guys, so Donnie Corley, the wide receiver for Texas Southern, was actually a 4-star standout in high school. How do I know that? He went to my rival high school in Detroit. He went to Detroit Martin Luther King, where he ended up winning the Division II state championship at Ford Field off of a Sports Center top 10 catch. He was committed to Michigan State, but due to outside issues, he ended up getting dismissed from the team. So he went to a JUCO and found a new home here at Texas Southern, and he has been balling out ever since, averaging 105 yards a game, leading receiving in the SWAC right now. So you got to imagine that Texas Southern is going to try and go to them as much as they can. Guys?
All right, thanks a lot. And that's interesting because, you know, that's a big pickup if you're Coach McKinney to be able to get a transfer that committed to Michigan State.
Well, not only is that a big pickup, it's just saying that you have the opportunity to have the abilities to find a guy that can come in and find a home after some issues that happen somewhere down the line, and give him a home, give him a place of knowing that there's some safety and there's some security. And he made a couple of big plays in this game already.
Corley on the catch there for Texas Southern. Here is Johnson. He gets this one out to Mobley.
Mobley's about to go down the
Mobley
sideline.
goes down the sideline to about the 42-yard line. Coming back into the ball game for the Grambling State University Tigers is number 38, Dante Youngblood, the junior from Sierra Vista, Arizona. And also in the ball game for the Grambling Tigers is going to be, looks like Donald Freeman.
That was almost, could have been intercepted, but a great play that time for Grambling State University. One of the defensive backs for the G-men stepped up that time and made a great play. That was Britton.
Tigers on top 41-6, 5:13 remaining here in this first half of play.
Who would have believed that Grambling would score 41 in the first half?
And 300 yards in the first quarter. Johnson on the run, and it is complete, and then a big hit. There's no forward progress on that one. That is nowhere near a first down.
As Devonair Martin coming in and making the tackle, I believe on Corley on the outside that time, one-on-one, does a great job of just stepping up and making the big hit.
3rd and 1?
Yes.
3rd and 1 here for the Texas Southern University Tigers. The ball resting at the 49-yard line of Grambling. 41-6 Tigers on top. Johnson, give, first down and a lot more.
Owens gets it by 1 yard, picks up 3 total yards, but it picked up by 1 yard that time. Grambling doing a pretty good job getting the initial push on the defensive front that time, but just wasn't able to feel quick enough to keep Owens, who made a couple of moves in the backfield.
Texas Southern now, first down and 10 at the 47-yard line. 4:34 remaining in the first half of play. Looked like there was some holding right there. Johnson will take off with the football, and he runs out of bounds after getting another first down.
I'll say this, it probably was holding. The chances of the officials making that call slim to none, especially when you're up 41-6 in a ball game. And if you are the guy that's getting held, you got to do a little bit better job of acting. You got to do something to let the officials know that you're actually being held.
Yep. First down and 10 for Texas Southern University. Double slot formation. Man in motion now for Texas Southern is Roylene Oliver. Here is the give to the running back, and that's going to be, looks like Howard, and the freshman from Houston gets about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Good job that time by the Grambling defense linebackers stepping up and making the play. Pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Corley on that last play on 2nd down and 6. So he's going to bring a 3rd down and 6 for TSU.
Yep.
I shouldn't say TSU, I should say Texas Southern University.
Trips to the near side, one receiver out to the far side. Johnson in the shotgun. Howard in the backfield with him. Grambling showing a little bit of a blitz on the far side. Now in the middle.
Oh, they actually brought the house.
And this is Howard. He's going to go across the middle, and it's going to take the safety coming up in order to make that tackle on Texas Southern.
Thought Grambling would back out at the last minute to just protect against the pass one-on-one with Corley on the outer half against Devonair Martin. Grambling decides to bring the house anyway. Texas Southern does a good job of making a couple of blocks, Santoria, opening up the hole in between the center and the right guard on that last play, and the big fella Howard was able to rumble and bumble and stumble into a Texas Southern first down.
First down and 10, timeout on the field, and we'll keep it right here. Is this a timeout? No, that was an injury timeout. Texas Southern injured player Jimmy White, offensive lineman from Willis, Texas.
this particular point, you're seeing Grambling rotate some guys in, trying to get some much needed playing time for a couple of the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Tigers trying to stop Texas Southern. And, Johnson hit as he let this ball go. It goes out of bounds.
Good job. Good blitz that time by the Grambling Tigers, dialing it up. Delayed blitz right up the middle of the football field. Johnson takes the hit at the end of that particular play, but it wasn't enough for the officials to throw the flag. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Texas Southern as the pass goes to Corley in the corner of the end zone.
Tigers. Johnson, nice pitch out.
That's the big fella Howard again.
That's Howard again. And on the stop for the Grambling State University Tigers.
Option play to the right side that time. 1st down pickup, and they're ready to go again.
Donald Freeman on the stop, trips to the far near side. Here is Johnson. He's going to get hit and goes into the end zone. And it'll be a touchdown for Texas Southern.
Good job that time by the big running back who sets the edge that time, and then he gets a good block from the right tackle who turns the defensive end out on that last play, and he was able to walk into the end zone.
Well, I tell you what, you never would have known that Texas Southern would have scored because they got a soul clap and a thank you, Jesus. That's all they really got.
That's all they needed on that particular play.
Extra point try coming up here for Texas Southern University. Both fans getting ready to come out and entertain this crowd.
Look like Texas Southern is going to try to go for 2. Don't forget all 3 bands, Santoria.
Oh, yeah, alumni band as well. They will go for 2, and this is going to be good. And a 2-point conversion by Thurman Morbley. And now it is 41-14. Grambling on top, 2:36 remaining until halftime. So I think we have to put this in perspective here just a little bit. And that is, even though the Tigers are 41-14, I'm looking at T. Graves and looking at Coach Fobbs, and while they're continuing to encourage those guys, something that they will probably address at halftime with those 2 touchdowns.
Well, they will address the touchdowns because of the way things actually transpired on the football field, and it was a lack of intensity, it looked like, from the Grambling Tigers that allowed the touchdown to be scored, put Texas Southern in position to score the touchdown. So one of the things that you definitely will address is the lack of intensity. You have to maintain that for 60 minutes. This coaching staff never takes a play off, so you're not going to they don't expect their players to take a play off.
Kickoff coming up. Here's a kick, and this one's going to be a short kick. Comes down at about the 20-yard line, out to the 25, to the 30. Jakari gets across the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
Jakari Nichols.
Yep. 2:30 remaining in this first half of play. 41-14. It has been all Grambling. But
it sure has.
A couple of touchdowns here by Texas Southern. And, look, I think what we have to be honest with is that even though this Texas Southern team struggles and had their struggles this year, it's very hard to keep them from getting into the end zone. And they've shown that a couple of times this year. They got 14 against Fallon last week. Here is Hickbottom. He tried to get out to Jakari Nichols, and that's incomplete. And then he got put down on the ground. And Hickbottom's slow to get up again.
Hickbottom was slow to get up because he took one underneath the chin on that last play, but he still seems to be limping just a little bit more gingerly walking to the line of scrimmage, trying to call the next play for the Grambling Tigers. 2nd and 10 for Grambling at the 35.
Trips to the far side, one receiver near side. Here's Hickbottom back to pass. Little rush by Texas Southern. He gets it out there to Donald Johnson across the 45. Couple of great spin moves to about the 49-yard line. It'll be a first down Grambling.
Good job that time. Donald Johnson running the shallow crossing route was able to make the catch. Nobody around him, makes a spin move, 2 spin moves, makes a couple of guys miss, and picks up a first down.
Tigers, it's going to be a stoppage of play here. It's going to be a flag.
False start against Grambling.
Offense, number 78.
And that is
5-yard
going to
penalty.
be on.
It's first down.
Going to be on Grambling, of course.
I think they said that one was 77.
Well, 77 will be Jacobs.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't hear, and I didn't see the actual play. Here is the first down and 15 play. Hickbottom looking. Pass is going to be complete across the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Grambling State University. Great job that time by the Grambling Tigers getting that one to Dequarius Thomas, the redshirt senior.
Holding.
Thomas
Offense,
goes.
number 78.
Penalty.
10-yard
Penalty's
penalty.
gonna bring everything
Replay
back.
second down.
That's going to be on number 78, and I don't have his number, but that's the second consecutive holding penalty on 78, and that's going to be Jacobs instead of 77 he has on 78 today. That's the second consecutive holding penalty. This time it took 6 off the board.
Wow, back-to-back penalties. Good play set up, great design. Pass to Thomas was immaculate, and it's all for naught.
Those are one of those things that will drive coaches crazy.
Those are the plays that Coach Nelson will look at and actually ask Big Jacobs, what are you doing? What are you thinking about? And sometimes it's all about the guy that's coming across the ball against you. If he's getting a jump start on the snap count and actually getting in the backfield, you're not getting your drop quick enough. So he's got to do a better job of getting a little lower, moving a little quicker, moving his feet, getting his hands in position to keep the big defensive end out wide. That's what you want to do. You want to protect, create a pocket, fan guys out, keep them away. And that time he got caught up, I think, moving just a little slower than the defensive end on that last play.
Well, I tell you what, the late, great Reverend Floyd Prude Jr. used to say he got caught up with all power in his hands. And that time, the defensive player had the power in his hands because he was shrugging off the blocks.
Yes, he was. And it's still a first down for the Grambling Tigers. It's just
The
first
previous
down
play
and
is under
an
further
Alabama
review.
mile.
So the previous play is under further review now. That means we're going to come over and talk about this a little bit more.
So was it holding or not at this point?
I'm not quite sure if this is a holding question.
Or what you got?
Or is it where the foul actually took place?
That's possible.
So if it took place in the backfield, it's 10 yards from the spot.
Yep.
So that may be what they're looking at to see where the actual spot should be. I still couldn't tell. That's the Johnson's play that we're looking at on GSU TV. That was a completion.
Nick is on the field. Nick Harrison is on the field. Nick, what are they reviewing right here?
I believe they're reviewing the spot.
Oh, yeah.
They're reviewing the spot to see exactly where the spot was, and if it was the spot of the foul, then of course it's going to be 10 yards.
It's going to be 10 yards from the spot.
Of the foul, right.
Yeah, okay.
So the other thing I was going to tell you about, let's see if I know the president will be down on the field, possibly making presentations. Let's see if we can get him down on the sideline during halftime.
We're going to try to get President Rick Gallo. We're going to get Martez Carter, Alfred Payton, Colonel Butler will be with us as well. So it's a
Correction on the field. This is a first down.
So it's a first down.
Okay, they were also reviewing the down and distance.
Yep. So first down here for the Grambling State University Tigers, and just to reset, a minute 39 remaining here in this first half of play. And there you can see the replay there.
So can we say Texas Southern has 99 problems?
Whew, 99 and a half. And they're running. Trips to the far side. Devontae Davis going back to the inside. Here is Hickbottom. He'll pull the ball down. It's going to be a flag on the opposite side of the field. Although Hickbottom is going to slide. There's going to be a flag at about the 34-yard line. Looks like it will be coming back.
It looks like it's going to be holding again against the Grambling State University Tigers.
And Coach Fobbs is irate.
He wants
wow, I could hear him from up here. Edgar Franklin now will come into the ball game.
Holding.
And he wants to have a conversation.
Number 78, 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
3 penalties in a row.
All three 78, all three holding. DeMontre Jacobs, he's the redshirt senior.
And it was easy to call, too.
Let me tell you, you know when you are in big trouble when the entire stadium can hear your head coach. Jump off the field.
Well, the stadium went silent.
Yeah.
And then Coach Fobbs' voice echoed throughout the stadium.
And here's Hickbottom. He gets across the 25 to about the 26. And now Jacobs will go back onto the field after getting a little bit of loud encouragement.
I call it very much so constructive enhancement
timeout
with a inflection in
Texas
the voice.
Southern. That's the first time out of the half.
Texas Southern gets a
30-second
timeout here, minute 20 remaining here in the first half of play. You could put it like that if you want to. I can think of a few other things.
Please set the game clock to 1 minute and 24 seconds.
Game clock will be reset to 1:24, 41-14 the score, Grambling on top. Hey, I just want to kind of set the scene here for you. First of all, the home side is almost completely filled, and there are people all the way up the stairs, all the way around going to the other side. Now, you've got some people who are sitting on the opposite side as far as of the stadium. You know, not as many people, but still a good amount of people nonetheless.
Crowd.
But when you talk about people standing around, there are folks who are all the way around, all the way up the stairs on both sides, people sitting along some of the stairs on the home side, and some of the people said that I'm not going to the other side. I'm going to sit here and I'll sit on the stair.
Well, those people are probably people that feet hurt like mine and to make the decision that they're not going anywhere.
Here is Hickbottom back to pass, looking, trying to find an open receiver, going down the field, and it is complete. Will they call that complete? They will call that complete. And that's going to go to DeQuarius Thomas.
Thomas does a great job. Just a few plays ago, scored a touchdown for the Grambling Tigers that was called back. DeQuarius Thomas does a good job of tiptoeing down the sideline, but I believe the play is going to be under review.
The ruling on the field is a catch. The previous play is on the further review.
So under review again.
Is this just one of those things where it's under review because there's under 2 minutes left in the first half?
Well, it's okay. So here's the thing: when it's under 2 minutes, the booth has control of all reviews, especially under 2 minutes. And then, of course, they'll look at the scoring plays. So now, you know, a close play like that, they will look at it, and we're looking at it here live on GSU TV. Great camera work here by our folks from GSU TV, and all you have to do is get 1 foot down.
Well, 1 foot down and maintain possession of the ball. That was another angle that we saw just a moment ago that was a little better. Good catch on the sideline. Looked like he had possession, but then the next question is, did he have his feet in bounds?
Now, from what I can see, because I'm standing right here on the sideline, he got 1 foot in. I mean, it was close. It was a bang-bang play, but he did get 1 foot in.
Looking at the replay now again on GSU TV. Pressure coming in the face of Hickbottom. Hickbottom rolling to his right, gets the pass away. Let's see if Thomas catches it. Looks like it's a catch to me. I don't see anything that's going to actually overturn this at this point. Let's see where his foot. His right foot is in. Left foot looks like it's hovering out of bounds. So let's see exactly what they're going to call, but I don't see anything that's going to be conclusive at this point.
Hey, we want to thank our good friends at Rocket Mortgage and, of course, Quicken Loans for their proud sponsorship of Grambling State University Athletics. Of course, you can go on the website, rocketmortgage.com, for more details.
After further review, the play on the field is confirmed. Catch.
It is a catch.
And again, I didn't see anything that would have changed that. at this particular point.
No, not at all. Well, that'll make it a 3rd down and 11 play. Here is Hickbottom back to pass. He spins out of trouble, steps up in the pocket, goes to about the 49-yard line, maybe the 50, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Grambling wanting to go down the field, trying to hit the deep routes that time. And
Timeout.
Southern doing a pretty good
Texas
job of
Southern.
getting it.
It's the 2nd timeout of the half. It's the 32nd timeout.
That time, and again, that's the left tackle for the Grambling Tigers, who almost could have been called for holding again.
Well, the halftime show coming up. Halftime show brought to you by our good friends at Raising Cane's. Hey, Raising Cane's has a great deal right now going on. Go and get the Caniac Special. 4 juicy, delicious chicken fingers along with bread, their unbelievable Caniac sauce, and a side of fries. You can get all of that at Raising Cane's. Stop by there after the game for the Caniac Special.
Grambling will elect to punt, as we thought they would.
Here is the punt. Good spiraling kick. And it'll go out of bounds inside the 20. Let's see where the
15.
official stays at, right at the 15-yard line. Well, Professor Nick Harrison's got so many guests that we're just going to sit and listen at halftime.
That's all you can do at this particular point. Welcome to the professor's class.
But that's how it happens at homecoming, guys. You have so many people, and this is people that I got to interview. There's so many others that we could have pulled in and interview and talked to that are down here now. A litany of players from that championship team from a couple years ago that are having a bit of a reunion here at homecoming.
Here is the run across the 15 to about the 18-yard line.
Johnson didn't have a choice that time. He wanted to throw it quickly to the far side of the football field, to the Texas Southern side. Grambling had such great pressure, you could only tuck it and run. Johnson's pass is going to be incomplete. That pass is going to be intended for Dixon, the 6', 190-pound redshirt junior. So it'll be 3rd down and call it what? 7 yards for Texas Southern? Yes, 3rd and 7.
Trips to the far side, 1 receiver to the near side. 35 seconds remaining, 41-14. Grambling on top. Johnson passing wide open in the seam. And, boy, you can't get any more open than that. That's number 5, Morbley, on the catch.
Morbley running the deep post pattern that time. Wide open on the play. Grambling playing kind of a quasi-prevent defense that time.
Here is Johnson. Oh, he's going to go down. No, he's going to try to pass it. This one goes behind the receiver, though, and so luckily it goes out of bounds.
And it was a backwards pass. So if a Grambling player would have been close, they could have scooped and scored or tried to recover the fumble, because that's what that was. That was a lateral that time by the quarterback, Johnson.
Well, this will bring up a first, or I should say a 2nd and 15.
Yes, it should be 2nd down.
Here's Johnson scrambling, looking, and ooh, that's going to be incomplete. The receiver was standing out of bounds. I don't think the receiver on that particular play, Trendavian Dixon from Navasota, Texas, really was paying attention to where his feet were, because his foot was clearly out of bounds.
He was out of bounds by at least 2.5, 3 yards.
Yeah.
So even if the pass was complete, it would have been incomplete.
Navasota, Texas, home of a couple of great gospel singers. Dr. James Mabel.
Look at the hit at the
Wide
end.
open on the receiver's end. He is at the 35-yard line as time expires. And that is the end, and we got a player down. it looks like he's going to be all right.
Prayerfully, nothing is wrong with.
Yep, it'll be all right. Halftime score is 41-14. We'll take this timeout. And the Adidas halftime report is just around the corner.
That's going to be another play, guys.
Oh, there's going to be another play?
Yes. It's going to be another play. Or they're going to at least talk about it. Grambling had already started up the hill. If I'm an offensive player, I'll probably go ahead on and retreat. Stay up the hill because it's a long way to come back.
Well, here's a question. Texas Southern has one play. What do you do here if you're Texas Southern?
Throw it to the end zone.
Well, the defense is coming onto the field. There's one more play here.
The ruling on the field is there should be 1 second on the play clock.
1 second on the play clock. You got to be kidding.
Yeah, you heard the Grambling crowd didn't like that one at all. Not 21 seconds. They just want 1 second on the clock.
Just 1 second.
So as soon as they get that squared away, I guess everything will be everything.
Well, they got 4 receivers. They got everybody deep. And Johnson, well, he's going. He's trying to find somebody. He's just going to throw it into the end zone. And it's going to be tipped. The very last minute. And Coach Fobbs telling everybody to go on to the locker room.
There's still 9 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, no, that's incorrect.
Halftime score, the Grambling Tigers 41, Texas Southern 14. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Grambling State University is proud of its new partnership with Sodexo Magic for campus food and services, a relationship that will benefit the campus and community for years to come. As part of their investment into Grambling State University, Sodexo Magic is proud to present a check in the amount of $2 million in unrestricted support to the university. Joining President Richard Gallo Jr., Executive Vice President Sheila Fawcett, Student Government President Stephen Wilson, are Sodexo Magic National Director of Operations Cedric Hodo, Vice President of Operations Ron Guillory, and Senior General Manager Alan A.J. Johnson. Let's stand and give Sodexo Magic a G-Men Grambling State University round of applause for their support of dear old Grambling. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Miss Grambling State University 2019 and her royal court. Miss Freshman Layla Sims. Miss Sims is a kinesiology major from Farmerville, Louisiana. She is being escorted by Reginald Jackson, a freshman kinesiology major from Houston, Texas. Miss Sophomore Jada Greenlaw. Miss Greenlaw is a political science major from Chicago, Illinois. She is being escorted by DeCorian Jones, a junior.
Martez Carter joins us here on the Raising Cane's halftime show. Tez, great to see you again, man. How you been?
I've been doing real good, man. It's good to be here.
Okay, we're going to talk about the XFL in just a second, but let's talk about this game real quick and how the Tigers have jumped out to this big lead here in the first half. What are you seeing from the Tiger team going into the half?
I see a lot, man. They got everything from the kicking game, offense and defense. Everybody showing up on all levels, all platforms. They giving me them UAPB vibes, you know. They giving me them UAPB vibes from homecoming, and I'm impressed. I'm really impressed today.
Now, I see you here with a lot of former players, guys who are close to the organization that are here now. What does it feel like to come back on homecoming and be able to reconnect with so many people that you spent so much time with while you were a student?
It feels good, man, just to see what those guys are today. You got a lot of those guys that aren't playing, and you got a lot of guys that are still playing ball. But whatever they're doing, they are successful, and it's just good to just get around them and just talk about what they have going on.
Talking with Martez Carter here on the Raising Cane's halftime show with the Grambling Sports Radio Network. And Tez, you got picked up, got drafted by the LA Wildcats from the XFL. Talk to me about that day. You getting the phone call. Walk us through what happened when you found out that you got picked up.
The draft was earlier. It was 10 a.m. and I got like a couple calls, and they was just saying, "Hey, look, we're gonna take you here. We're gonna take you here." And as the draft just kept progressing, nobody took me. So I did get the official call, and they was like, "Hey, we're gonna take you here. We're impressed with your work," and it was LA, So just not being able to be drafted in the NFL and then getting this opportunity to get drafted here, it was just a surreal feeling, and I was living in the moment.
Now the XFL looks to be a franchise that's on the rise, that's coming up here in the spring, run by Vince McMahon, of course. But the teams that they've put together are pretty solid. Have you gotten a chance to talk to your coaches, to the people from the organization, about what they look for out of you and what they look for out of the team going forward?
I talked to the head coach, Coach Winston. The first thing he asked for was some gumbo and some beignets. So that's what he asked for me to bring when he drafted me. But the running back coach, Coach Atkins came down, flew to Houston, and we actually had dinner at Papado's. And he just gave me a general idea of what it looked like and what he expects from me coming in. And it's basically the same thing here, man. Just get there, make big plays, and just be somebody they can depend on.
Talking with Martez Carter here on the Raising Cane's halftime show as Grambling now leads Texas Southern 41-14 as we go into the halftime festivities. Being a spectator now at homecoming rather than being a player, what is the feeling like? Is it different? Do you feel like putting some pads on? Do you want to get into the game, or are you enjoying just watching?
I'm enjoying watching. These guys is making some big plays, and I want that for them. You know what I'm saying? They need this film. They need everything that they displaying today, and I don't have no urge to put no pads on right now because soon I'll be lacing up, and you know what I'm saying? And I got to do my little ditty like they doing they ditty.
I absolutely understand, Martez. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Good luck to you, and we'll be watching. Martez Carter joining us on the Raising Cane's halftime show. We'll have more here from homecoming and on the sidelines at halftime. Your score, once again, Grambling State University 41, Texas Southern University 14. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to the Raising Cane's halftime show on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Ocean of Soul Marching Band.
Shout out to some of the high school bands attending today. Palmer High School, Madison High School, and Lincoln Prep. Drum majors, let's get this thing started. And showing you how low they can go are the Third Coast Outlaws, Patrick Strong Patron, Wendell Windex Shello, and the head drum major, Chris Big Puff Jones. This show is all about love and music, so if you don't know the words, just sing along and the ocean as we show you the way that special person's heart. First up, the ocean performs a precision drill to Janet Jackson's Slow Love. Show some love for our Platinum Girl Twirler and the Ocean Waves Color Guard. Kaleidoscope Patterns in Motion is just one of the treasures you'll find deep in this ocean. We're going to slow it down just a bit with a classic by recording artist Next, because there's no other smoother than Butter Love. And here they are, the class act of the SWAC. It's not the size of the wave that makes you seasick, it's the motion of the ocean. There's no question about it. All the other dance squads pause when the motion walks into the room. Give it up for the motion of the ocean.
All right. Time to break it down just a little bit. Come on, because you know when I walk in that room, I got to work my shoulders, y'all. Come on now. Yep. Come on. Work it. Yep. Huh. Yep. Come on. Time to break it down a little bit. Come on, show them how we do. Oh, what? Yo. Yeah, I see Ocean. Hit it. Yeah. Oh. Come on. I said, shake it. Oh. Give it up for the one, the only Ocean of Soul Marching Band.
The Ocean of Soul is under the direction of Prof. Darrell Singleton and Christopher Gray, along with Linda Coach Riley and the rest of the team. Thank you, Grambling, for your hospitality, and here's a shout out to all the band directors like Maurice Johnson Sr., who bring the joy of music to students and audiences alike. On behalf of President Dr. Austin Lane, Board of Regents Administration, faculty and staff of Texas Southern University, we know you've enjoyed the show, and we invite you to follow and support the Ocean throughout this golden anniversary season. Thanks again, and go Tigers! as we travel down memory lane. We might as well get on this funk train. Ladies and gentlemen, Graham fam, on your feet and make some noise for your 2019 World Fame Alumni Band, accompanied by the Alumni Orchesis Dance Company.
Trying to make a better way for people. What are some of the things that you got cooking on the stove right now?
Well, right now, first, Grambling State prepares you for all your endeavors in life. Right now, really trying to promote education and those that don't have a high school equivalency, help those, further their education. Also important that we work with our youth because they are our future. But again, Grambling State University prepares you for any obstacle, any endeavors that you have in life. So I'm just excited to be able to make a difference in the community.
Now, Anthony Garcia joins us here on the Raising Cane's Halftime Show. Now, you know that we are partnering with Adidas, and you have some wonderful purple and gold Adidas on the Adidas on right now. How you love your Adidas, don't you?
Yes.
I love mine too. I'm wearing mine right now. As a matter of fact, Donovan got some. D. Travis has on some too.
Yeah.
Asia has on her Adidas as well. Let me tell you, Adidas footwear, it's where it's at. I just had to get that in there real quick. So, how are you enjoying the game so far?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank Adidas for their support of Grambling State University.
Absolutely.
And the collaboration and partnership that we can have to make the difference of our college students. But again, it's just an awesome opportunity to represent not only Adidas, but Grambling State University as we celebrate homecoming.
So you're enjoying the game so far?
Oh, it's a beautiful day, nice weather, beautiful atmosphere. So again, the Grambling football team is on top. Band is about to take the field and show out. Alumni is out there right now showing them, how to do it. But again, it's just an awesome opportunity just to be in the place where everybody is somebody.
With a fee sheet. Everybody's somebody with a fee sheet. Don't forget that part. Everybody's somebody with a fee sheet.
Gotta have that fee sheet.
Doesn't it make you feel good? Anthony Garcia joins us. Doesn't it make you feel good to look out into the stands and see it wall to wall Grambling fans and family out here today?
Again, that just shows you the love that Grambling State University students have. They want to come back. They want to contribute, not only physically but financially to the betterment of the university. So what we can do, we just want to help out our university and make our university the best university in United States.
Man, it's hard for us to do this interview while the alumni band is out there doing their thing because they are kicking it right now.
They're definitely doing
I love it so much. Garcia, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. And we'll see you. Enjoy the second half.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Anthony Garcia joins us here on the Raising Cane's Halftime Show on the Grambling Sports Radio Network. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout as we are enjoying the festivities here at halftime as the Grambling Tiger Marching Band, the World Fame, is getting ready to hit the field. I had to hit Leon's World Fame real quick. I'm so sorry. He's going to kill me. But we're going to take another 2-minute timeout, come back with more here from the sidelines. You're listening to the Raising Cane's Halftime Show on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Time to be here. They said we should have gave him a time to be here.
To the halftime
I know they're supposed to be giving him something at halftime. He's like one of the big
State University
person be giving him money.
Marching Band.
You know what? I'm gonna interview you. Oh shit. Okay. What the hell?
Give them what they came for. Showtime, baby.
welcome back. I want to say it's so hard to hear, so we just gonna go. Welcome back to the Raising Cane's halftime show on the Grambling Sports Radio Network. Professor Nick Harrison here on the sidelines as the Grambling Tiger Marching Band is blowing it up here on the field. The score right now: GSU 41, Grambling State University 41, Texas Southern 14. I'm standing here with a man who's really been shadowing me during the game as he's trying to get in on this action with the Grambling Sports Radio Network. But those of you in the Monroe area may know him as DJ T-Baby. Greg Gallion joins us here on the Raising Cane's halftime show. And do you want me to call you Greg or T-Baby?
Yeah, you can call me Greg, man.
Well, Greg, first of all, welcome in.
Man, hey, I'm having a great time.
It's been a lot. I tell you, you got to stay in shape running up and down these sidelines, man.
Man, thank God for my military experience.
Now, you are a military man. You are a Graham fam.
Oh, yes.
You are a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Yes,
Let's make sure we get there.
So, tell me about your experience at Grambling State University while you were in school.
Man, I tell you what, I've had nothing but great experience. This is one of the best schools that I've ever been to. I'm somewhat of a professional student, but had I gone to Grambling in the beginning, I would have graduated a long time again.
Yeah, you just blew me away. I don't even know what to say.
Hey.
So, as being Graham fam now, how does it feel to be here at homecoming and look at this crowd and see this sideline and see just this love and family that is all around you?
Man, I tell you what, it's nothing but pure excitement. I'm talking about the brotherly love, seeing all the frats and fraternities. Divine Nine family out here is just awesome.
It is. It's really cool to see just all these people, especially old friends, all, people that you went to school with, people that you used to hang out with. I just saw Jonathan Williams on the sideline. It wasn't the player, but the singer that was down here. He's a Kappa. He's around here somewhere. And we've talked to him a bunch. And he's had songs that were going national and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So just seeing him, we wanted to try to catch up with President Gallo, but he's not around. Not saying that we don't enjoy talking to you, T-Baby, because we love you. Tell everybody about the work that you do out in the Monroe, West Monroe area.
Well, normally what I do, my normal day, normal weekend, I'm on the air from 3 to 6 on the weekends, and I just do a lot of community service. And if you're looking for someone to come and help you out, speak to your kids, I try to give back because I'm a retired major, and I was a problem teen at one time, so I'm trying to do the best that I can and give back to those youth in the community.
And I've also been told that you throw some of the best parties in North Louisiana. Don't skip over that.
Hey, I was trying to leave that out, But yeah, I do quite a bit of those.
Well, getting into that kind of business, what has struck you about being able to do those types of things in North Louisiana and what it does for the folks in the area?
Well, it gives people the opportunity to come out, have a good time, enjoy themselves in a safe environment, because that's the one thing I do is make sure any event that I have is going to be safe. And it's for grown adults. That's why I say if you're on an adult, that's not one of those events that you would like to come to. So I just give them something to do in the nightlife, because a lot of family members, you want to take your wife out, that's one of my events. Hey, you get your groove on right now. He can get all about the interview. If y'all get to see him dancing right now, hey, he get his groove on. I saw some moves back from the 70s and 80s over here.
Hey, my boy Greg Gallion, a.k.a. DJ T-Baby. Thank you, my man. We appreciate you and enjoy the second half. And I know you will because you're going to be down here with me.
Yes,
sir. Santoria and Ossie, are you back in the booth? No, they are not. So I believe we're going to take yet another 2-minute timeout, come back and get ready for the second half as the Grambling Tiger Marching Band is still doing their thing, but getting ready to come off of the field. Another 2-minute timeout. You're listening to the Raising Cane's halftime show on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Who gonna die about it? 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 So, hold on. Showing how we coming. Showing how we coming. Showing how we coming. Showing how we coming. Where I find, hold on. Showing how we coming. Oh, do your dance right. Hey. Baby, where you at? Grambling on your feet right now. To give you what you need. Grambling to your feet. Here we go. It's homecoming. Grambling to your feet. On your feet. Everybody say GS. 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 One more time. I thought you knew. Everybody say GS. It said, you, I thought you knew. Here we go, say GS, 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 GS. Hold on, you, I thought you. Grambling, make some noise.
To the Raising Cane's halftime show on the Grambling Sports Radio Network. Just fun and festivities going on here on the sideline as the fans have gone absolutely insane with the members of Omega's High Five Fraternity Incorporated doing their stroll on the sideline, and the Grambling Tiger football team joining in on the festivities. I don't know if you guys can hear what's going on down here, but it's a sight to behold, and that's what homecoming is for everybody here with the Grambling. This is just family atmosphere. So many people that are just having a fantastic time. I'm trying to see if I can catch some of these Orkeses if they would like to come and talk to us. Hey, hello, what's your name? You're just gonna? I'm live on the air, and you're gonna do this to me right now. I can't believe it. This is what's happening. Hey, well, let me see if I can.
I would assume, Nick, that because it's the halftime and they're trying to get back to the stands or get back to doing what they normally do, they probably are going to walk right by you, not because you're not famous.
Oh, no. I'm not famous anyway. But these are Orkeses. She walked that was Smiley that helps choreograph for the Orkeses, and I keep telling her I'm going to catch her, but she always runs away from me. But one man who tends to give me a little bit of the time of day is right here with me, and I'm going to see if I can catch him for just a minute.
Yes, sir.
President Rick Gallo joins us here for the Raising Cane's halftime show. I'm going to tell you, first of all, I need one of these pins. Secondly, I got to get myself one of these jackets. You, sir, are live and direct.
Well, I tell you what, Nick, it's such a great energy here at Robinson Stadium today. We're just having a great homecoming. Of course, the score is what we like to see.
Absolutely.
And as far as the pin, man, you can certainly get one of those life membership pins, and anybody listening, they can get one too. It just costs a couple of dollars.
Hey, man,
but it's nothing for a stepper like you.
I got a couple of dollars in the bank. We might need to talk. Now, the score aside, one of the great things that's happened today as players getting ready to start on the field is the charitable donations that have been made to Grambling State University today, because there have been many.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And we like to refer to them as investments. They're investments in these students. All these students that we see out here who are matriculating here at Grambling State University right now, we appreciate the Butlers and Raising Cane's and Sodexo Magic and all those who have seen the value in investing and partnering with Grambling State University and the students here at Grambling. So as you look around the stadium and you see all the new signs popping up, Origin Bank and First National Bank and others that are partnerships with us now, it's just amazing, and we're very thankful for those investments.
President Rick Gallo, I know you're a busy man. I got one more question for you. Look out in these stands.
Hey, Nick, let's do it after this play. Let's do it after this play. Let's do it after the play. First down and 10 to start the third quarter. Motion going by the inside slot man for Texas Southern University. Quarterback Johnson will throw the pass over to the far side of the football field. It's going to be complete to the 30-yard line. Let's go back down to Nick Harrison and President Rick Gallo.
Well, Rick had to step out because he's been pulled in a million different directions. But you can understand how crazy it is on the sidelines. Your boy Gentleman George is down here doing his thing. Rusty Ponton is over here doing his thing.
Second down and 10. For the Texas Southern Tigers, pass is going to be complete across the We thought it was across the 50, but it's right at the midfield stripe. It's going to be first down and 10 for Texas Southern University. A little over 14 minutes left to go. Trip set to the far side. One receiver to the near. Play will stop. Let's see what the penalty is going to be.
Oh, no, it's a timeout.
It's a timeout?
Yeah, they called a timeout. Grambling called a timeout.
Grambling calls a timeout with 14 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play, 41-14, after an exciting first half of football action from Robinson Stadium here on the campus of Grambling State University. Exciting because the Grambling State University Tigers pushed across 41 big points on Texas Southern University, and we weren't expecting this to transpire in today's game. Texas Southern has played everybody pretty much in the conference tough.
Yeah, and Grambling just came out firing today. Like, their offense was just hot from the start.
It's going to be first down and 10 for Texas Southern University. Slot man goes in motion across the formation. Here's the inside give to Owens. Owens will go across the 50 to about the 47-yard line. 14:09 and counting here in the third quarter of play. Third quarter just underway. Texas Southern moving the football against Grambling State University. Grambling did amazing work in the first half of this game. Second down and call it 6. Shotgun formation. Johnson dropping. Johnson will roll out of a tackle.
Anthony Mullins.
It's going to be Mullins who makes the tackle. But a penalty marker comes in on the play, probably because Mullins was getting such a push, probably got held on that play. Officials will talk it over.
72. Holding. Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty. Replay it down.
Big fella gets called for the holding. Looks like the left tackle.
That's on Nathaniel Hines.
Hines gets that penalty. Give you the halftime rundown here in just a moment. Looking at it on GSU TV. Those of you who are joining us on the YouTube channel. Johnson dropping, Johnson looking, and then he has to roll out and try to pick up what he could, but Hines still gets called for the penalty. Here is the second down play. Johnson in trouble again. Johnson rolls. Johnson looking. Johnson's pass in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver. I believe that was Mobley.
Yeah, that was Mobley.
Mobley. So 13 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play. Texas Southern with another penalty in today's game. Good pressure being put on by Grambling. Johnson was able to get out of the pressure, make a decent pass down the field that should have been caught. Here is the third down and call it 18 for Texas Southern back at the TSU 42-yard line. Johnson, quick pass, step, throws, and it's going to be a complete across the 50 to the 45, 2 yards short right at the 42-yard line.
Now going back a little bit, Johnson has been able to get out of the pocket and extend plays. He's been doing a really good job of that in the first half.
Johnson, one of the better athletes here on fourth down and 2, will try to keep it around the corner, and Johnson will get the first down.
First down and more.
So it's going to be first and 10 for Texas Southern at the Grambling 32-yard line. 41-14 is our score. Grambling on top. Thank you for joining us on GSU TV along with the Grambling Sports Radio Network. First and 10, trip set to the far side of the formation with a tight end in the ball game. Johnson, play fake. Johnson's pass is going to be tipped by Anthony Mullins. And speaking of Anthony Mullins, he's the guy last week who came up with the big tip for Grambling State University against Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yeah, and Mullins has been doing that a lot this year. He's been getting, I think he has the most swats like among the entire D-line this season.
12:25 left to go. That's what you want to see from your defensive lineman. Hard, aggressive play, and then when the pass is going up, get your hands up and try to knock the ball down. Trip set to the far side of the wide receiver, one to the near. Running back in the backfield, Johnson, three-step drop. Johnson rolls to the right. Johnson will keep it. He's across the 20, and he'll be tackled down at about the 18-yard line. Good job by Texas Southern, and Johnson just recognizing that he had nothing but green grass in front of him.
It's another timeout called by Grambling. That's 2 in the first 5 minutes.
2 timeouts called by the Grambling.
Timeout. Grambling. That's the second timeout of the half. It's been a 30-second timeout.
41-14 is the score, and Grambling right now on top. We'll take this timeout. When we come back, we'll have more third quarter action from Grambling State University. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
What's up, sir? How are you, sir? I'm good, baby.
That's loud. I had to make sure we were sounding okay. Huh? Yeah, I just made a couple corrections. Not real major. And welcome back here to Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. The Grambling State University Tigers taking 2 timeouts already here in this drive to start the third
Offense,
quarter.
number 62. 5-yard penalty. Replay it down.
And now the false
With a
start
band, please refrain from playing when the ball is about to
While we have an
snap.
opportunity, Santori, I'd like to shout out to a couple of people that I know that are watching us on GSU TV. One of my good friends, your good friends, the Reverend Greg Alford.
Yes.
Reverend Greg Alford is in Lafayette, Louisiana. He told his children that he knew us, and they didn't believe him. So Reverend Alford, and to all of the children, hello, and your dad does know us.
Absolutely. Here's Johnson on the carry. Johnson shrugs off some tacklers, gets inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line, first and goal.
That's just a good run that time. I mean, it wasn't great blocking up front, but it was just a good run, solid run. And once he got to the second level, he being Johnson was able to get to the second level, then it was just him turning on the jets and being a great athlete.
Well, that'll make it first and goal. Johnson, nice little pitch out. And there's a race to the corner. It'll be a touchdown, Texas Southern.
Good job that time by Texas Southern University catching Grambling. Everything was loaded heavy to the right side of the formation. Run the option back to the weak side. Johnson 2-step down the line and then makes the pitch. 1-2 balls out of his hands, and then it's one-on-one. Let your athlete do the work.
6 more on the board. It is now 41-20. Grambling State University still on top.
And Grambling can't be complacent.
That's right.
And I think that's what those 2 timeouts were by Grambling State University. It was talking about their lack of intensity probably coming out here in the second half of this ball game.
And they're going for 2 here, which you pretty much expected.
That could go the other way. Ooh.
And it did, and for a minute. 2-point conversion failed, nonetheless.
Looking at some of the halftime stats, Santori, we didn't get a chance to unless you're ready to take a break.
No, we'll keep it right here, Friday.
Grambling had 481 yards at halftime on 33 plays, and Texas Southern had 360 yards of total offense in the first half of this football game. Grambling, 16 first downs. Texas Southern had 21 first downs. Grambling, 233 yards on the ground. Texas Southern, 151 yards. And leading the way for the Grambling Tigers is Jeremy Higgbottom in the rushing department. 10 carries in today's game, 165 yards, 3 scores on the ground. Not to mention the 2 that Higgbottom has thrown in the air. He's 14 to 17 in the ball game, 248 yards. DeAndre Johnson, 13 of 26, 209 yards with a touchdown in today's game. Johnson also the leading rusher for Texas Southern University. So both quarterbacks are leading the stat department.
Well, I tell you what, one thing that is going to be amongst the conversation coming up will be what happened, and this ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be a flag, and the Grambling Tigers will get great position to start this drive out. You know, when you got a few drives, especially this first drive that Texas Southern took, and then there were 2 timeouts taken in this half already. That's
kick out of bounds against the kicking team
that they're going to talk about coming up on Sunday and Monday.
Management is what the coaches are going to talk about. Management meaning that you didn't take care of your business when you stepped out on the field. Management because you made us have to call timeouts that we probably will need somewhere down the line. Not in this game, but in a game of this magnitude against another opponent. So these are the little things that make big differences as the season progresses for the Grambling Tigers.
Let me ask you, we got a question here coming up in just a second. Here's Hickbottom. He keeps the football, slides at about the 36-yard line. Did you make an altar call?
At some point today, I have not, nor have I intended to make a love offering the way people are bailing out of here right now. And I won't say that they're leaving the game.
Oh, no.
They're just meandering around.
Yeah, they're getting up out of the seats, and they're going there talking and everything like that. Here is Bruton.
Nice cut.
Gets a couple of yards here. Not very much for DeQuez Bruton, the redshirt freshman from Tallahassee, Florida.
It's going to be 3rd and 5 now?
3rd and 5, right at the 40-yard line. First down marker is at the 45. Hey, we want to thank everybody for listening and on, of course, Grambling Sports Radio Network and viewing the game on GSU TV. Thanks for all of the support that you give us. Going to have an opportunity for you to win tickets to the Grambling and Alcorn game, and this is going to be a false start here against the Grambling Tigers.
And you're talking
false start. Offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
On next week, but taking care of business here today is important as well. But if you have plays where Grambling has to call timeouts like they did today in a game against Alcorn, that's going to really set you back just a couple of plays because Alcorn is a great football team that can put points on the board and they can also play defense.
Double slot formation here for the Grambling Tigers. Here is Hickbottom back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Now he'll scramble back to his right. Pass incomplete.
And in the hands of Rash.
Lyndon Rash is the intended receiver.
You know, coaches often say, Santoria, that whenever you put your hands on the football, you got to catch the football. That time Rash was trying to contort his body to make that catch, had his hands in pretty decent position, just wasn't able to complete the catch. So good job by the quarterback, Hickbottom, to get out of trouble and then find a wide receiver crossing the middle who was very close to picking up a Grambling Tiger first down.
Punting time here for the Grambling Tigers.
Nice punt.
Takes a bounce. Will move forward a little bit and down at the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Grambling Tigers at that point. 10:02 remaining here in this third quarter play. 41-20 is our score. The Grambling Tigers right now on top of Texas Southern University, and the Professor Nick Harrison down on the field. And Prof, you know, when you start looking at this
during the kick, holding, receiving team number 84. The foul would be taken from the end of the kick, first down.
End of the kick, so it'll be first down at that point. But Prof, as I said, this game, of course, has been dominated by Grambling, but Texas Southern has been able to put some points on the board. If you're the coaching staff, you're going to look at that as a little bit concerning, the way that they've had to do it.
I'm sure that's one thing that Coach Fobbs is going to talk about in the post-game interview about the mistakes and the penalties that the team has made. You know, with no matter what the score is, no matter how much Grambling is leading by right now, you got to clean up those mistakes and those penalties if you really want to compete in the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
All right, thanks a lot, Prof. And then, of course, we'll get some more comments from down on the field in just a little bit. Offense comes on, defense comes on the field now. Here's Johnson, the give. It's going to go out to Tyler Cook. Cook tries to stretch the play out to the far side, and he's tackled right at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 11. Hey, I want to thank our good friends at Logan's Roadhouse, proud supporters of the Grambling Sports Radio Network, and once again, they always help us out on the network, feeding us and things like that, so thank you to Logan's Roadhouse for feeding our staff. Here is Johnson. It's going to be a screen play. Cook gets beyond the 1st down marker, and he gets in beyond the 35-yard line to about the 36.
I'm going to save this, Santoria. Good play set up that time by Texas Southern University. Great job by Johnson setting the play to find his running back on that last screen pass.
Here is Johnson going deep, trying to find an open receiver wide open. They got far beyond, and man, one of the Grambling defenders ran into one another and got an injured Grambling Tiger on the field. The catch was made by Roylane Oliver from Dickinson, Texas, and one of the Grambling players down on the field.
Krumata?
Defensive number 4.
Yep.
Krumata. I know a little something about Dickinson, Texas as well, Santoria. That area is where my wife actually grew up.
Dickinson, Texas, of course, one of those areas that you don't think about as a football mecca necessarily, but they've got some good athletes.
Over the last 3 to 4 years, the Dickinson Gators have been a pretty good football program, and with them being a very good football program, they've been to the state championship in Texas the last 2 years, maybe 3 years. And you don't talk about that area very much because it's inundated with Houston and other little parts of Texas around that you really don't think about them as much. But Dickinson is only about 25 minutes from Galveston.
Yeah, I knew it was closer to Galveston than Houston.
Well, I mean, Galveston is 25 miles this way, Houston about 30 miles this way. So, and I'm doing hand signals like people actually can see me.
Trips to the far side, one receiver to the near side for the Grambling Tigers. Here's the pitch out.
That's a play that Grambling will have to stop, Santori.
Yeah.
Because Alcorn runs that same play, the little option play opposite of the power side.
Well, that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 situation now for Texas Southern University. And then again, another option play. This time, great defensive effort there.
Is that Wiggins that makes the tackle?
Oh, looks like his knee got twisted up and he is hurt.
That's McCarthy.
Wow,
sure
his leg got tied up. If you go back to that replay, his leg got tied up with the defender, with the offensive player, and it got tied up to the point where it looked like it was pulled or something or another. And now he's down on the field, and it does not look good.
This is a young man that was starting to come on very strong for the Grambling State University Tigers in this football game and in this football season.
I don't know if it's a cramp or...
The way Ms. V has it right now, it looks like it may be a cramp that just hit. Nevertheless, it's a timeout situation for the Grambling Tigers, so everybody can keep their catch their breath at this particular point.
We'll
take a
timeout as well with 8:28 remaining here in this ball game, or in this third quarter play. The Grambling State University Tigers on top 41-20. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. 1 minute. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
False start. Offense. Number 85. 5-yard penalty. Replay it down.
Well, Chris Long had a false start penalty charged against him. The tight end from Nettleton, Mississippi, went to Itawamba Community College, and that backs Texas Southern up 5 yards, and it will make the play now 3rd down and 7 at about the 12-yard line. Here is Johnson. He's going to run it out, trying to stretch out the defense, and Johnson is wrapped up, and he really doesn't go anywhere on that particular play.
Give a lot of credit to the Grambling Tigers secondary guys stepping up and making the play happen. Safeties running down the hill as fast as they possibly can. Cornerbacks setting the edge that time, and Johnson didn't have anywhere to go. The big fella from Itawamba who comes in is going to get his Itawamba chewed out for that last play.
Yeah, because they were rolling for a minute there. Trips to the near side, one receiver far side. Here's Johnson, and it's knocked out of there.
Great defense.
Kevin Martin does a great job of knocking the ball away at the last minute. I believe they were trying to go to Corley again
Turnover on
in this
downs.
football game, and
Team
Texas
in
Southern will
football.
turn it over on downs.
Well, they get no points on that drive there. And, I guess if you're Texas Southern University, you've been playing well, so you go for it there on 4th down.
Well, absolutely. I mean, at this point, you have nothing to lose. You're down by 21 points, and you pin the Grambling Tigers deep in their territory. So what did you lose by going for it? And it was if Johnson throws the pass a yard further in front of the wide receiver, it's a touchdown.
Grambling Tigers with a good defensive stand. Ball on the ground there, and no gain on the play.
In the backfield.
Keelan Elder, nowhere to go.
23, Keelan Elder.
Elder was trying to run against the linebacker that time. Tackle made in the backfield immediately, and a loss of about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. 7 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. Hickbottom dropping, Hickbottom looking. Hickbottom's pass is going to be complete
Pass
on the
is
sideline.
complete. Number 82,
right at
Devontae
the 20-yard
Davis.
line. That pass is completed to Devontae Davis for a Grambling Tiger first down.
That's a big play there by Devontae Davis, and an even better throw there by Jeremy Hickbottom. As we have a visitor here in the press box, my big brother there.
By the way, guys, I just want you to know that they tried to convince me to get in the cheerleader tumble line again, and I refused.
I was wondering if you were going to do that.
Nope. I got an ascot on today. I can't do it.
Oh, man. I remember he rolled on the ground. That got about 1,500, 2,000 views.
That's hilarious.
Trips to the near side. Here is the give to Elder. He gets across the line of scrimmage. Does he get the first down? Yes, he does. He gets beyond the 22-yard line to the 23.
23,
and now they move the
Keelan
chains,
Elder
and that's what you need to do.
moves the
6:41
chains
remaining
for
here
another
in the 3rd quarter. It is 41-20,
down.
our score.
Grambling just has to keep their foot on the gas pedal and actually put some points on the board here in the 3rd quarter of play. You want to make sure, if you're Grambling State University, that you do everything that you can to preserve this football game. Here's the handoff off of the right side. I believe that's Bruton in the backfield, who will go across the 25 to about the 27-yard line.
Hey, Gentleman George has come up here. He's a Grambling favorite. He does a lot of
Marquez
parties.
Bruton on the
promoter,
carry.
and really a humble dude. You would never know that he discovered Charlemagne the God.
See, that's why we have people like him around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we need to be discovered.
Yeah, one day we're going to be discovered.
You guys are already famous, man.
In our own mind and in our own world, we're absolutely the best things that ever happened.
Greatest thing since peanut butter and bread.
Yes, sir.
2nd down and 7 now for the Grambling Tigers. Double slot formation. Keelan Elder in motion. Good job by Jeremy Hickbottom. He takes off across the 30, still on his feet, and goes out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. It's going to be another first down here at the 35 is where they call him out of bounds. And that'll be a first down for the Grambling State University Tigers. They keep moving those chains. 5:29 remaining here in this 3rd quarter of play. 41-20 is our score. Tigers still moving the football. Hickbottom gets it off to Elder, gets across the 35, and he'll get to about the 39-yard line. Gentlemen, G, of course, been a friend of Grambling State University for many,
Inside
many years.
handoff.
Of course, has done concerts all over Monroe. We had Keith Sweat here last year. What's going on, man?
Hey, man,
4
a
yard
whole
gain
lot
on
is
the
going
carry.
on. Next week, we're doing the Legends of Hip Hop Friday night in Dallas, Texas, Saturday night, Houston, Texas, and we just keeping things rolling, man.
And you travel all over the place, and that's not including your day job.
Exactly. Radio every day. You know what I mean? 3 to 6 Party Drive show. Blazing 92.3, Making Georgia. You can download the app and get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, you still sound young on the air, bro.
I am young. I'm 25 again. Every year I turn 25 years old, Playboy.
I'm not going to tell you your real age. Third down, trips to the near side, one receiver to the far side for the Grambling Tigers. 4:19 remaining here in the third quarter. 41-20 the score. Here is Hickbottom. Scrambles, now comes to his right side, looking, going down the field, and it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the wide receiver on that particular play, trying to get Lyndon Rash. So, George, and then you got the Legends of Hip Hop in Dallas. You got it Houston the following week. Man, you just continue to have a lot of great things. You had the B2K tour. You're doing a lot of stuff.
Yes, sir. The following week after that, we're going to Nashville and Washington, D.C. So, you know, when it gets close to the holidays, we have to slow down a little bit because you cannot compete with Santa Claus, dog.
No, you cannot.
You cannot. The State Fair and Santa Claus is a rough one.
Yeah, especially Santa Claus.
Exactly.
It's those pocketbooks. Like, do I want Christmas or this concert?
Yeah, exactly.
Punting time here for the Grambling State University Tigers. Mendez will kick this one away. It'll come down at the 25. It'll take a Grambling bounce, and they will down the football inside the 20 at about the 16, call it the 17-yard line. 41-20 on score, 3:59 remaining here in the third quarter. Well, George, as we get ready for, that crazy time of year, it's called Thanksgiving, man. Are you going to be able to go to the Bayou Classic?
Yes, sir. I got to be there. You know, and plus the G-Man today playing with such confidence, that's what we want to see then.
Well, cool. All right, no doubt.
Exactly.
We'll definitely be there. We're going to get y'all set up, man. We got to get you on the air again. And you know, you have pretty good knowledge of sports. People don't know that.
Yeah.
You have pretty decent knowledge of sports.
Well, one of the guys that call into my show, when I give sports reports, he's like, hey, George, you do great with the entertainment, but leave the sports stuff to those guys down at Grambling. So I'm going to stay in my lane, stay in my position.
But you're all right, though.
Yeah.
You know, you're all right with the sport. You watch football from time to time.
Yeah, absolutely. I know when it's really bad or when it's really good.
Yeah.
And today we're doing really good. I thought we were playing basketball for a minute.
Oh, they had 41-20, and they had over 300 yards of offense in the first quarter of play. No question about that. Here is Johnson with the pitch out here to the running back. He gets across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. What's some hitting going on down on the field with George. I can't wait to see it at the Bayou Classic, man. Pull up so we can have a little drink or something.
I got you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Gentleman G joining us here in the press box, and you never know who's going to drop by here at the Homecoming 2019. DJ Phil, saw him last night. He was DJing the midnight breakfast. Absolutely. A couple of classmates that were over there. Here is the run for Texas Southern. Boy, Johnson is just breaking tackles all the way up to the 35-yard line, and he gets to the 36.
If there was ever a group that could be an emerging football team, even with an 0-8 record, it's Texas Southern University.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they have athletes all over the place. Corley and Johnson, that combination could be dangerous to the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
If you think about it, though, they're a touchdown away from giving Southern a loss. I mean, they played that game well.
And they didn't have Johnson for that football game.
Did not have him. He was injured in that before that game. Here is the carry, Texas Southern University on the carry, and that's going to be number 33, Ja'Cory Howard.
If I'm Texas Southern, what I'm going to do is continue to run the option until Grambling proves that they can stop it consistently.
One of the teams that runs the option well that kind of gave Prairie View fits was Southern University. They ran it with bend to the left, to the right. They ran a dive. So, you know, option football is awfully hard to defend because you have to play assignment football on defense. And Johnson escapes pressure. He's going to get some yardage here. Breaks out of a tackle, and he's going to be out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. We've got an injured Grambling Tiger at about the 25, and it looks like
McCarthy again?
Yeah, well, no, it's going to be, I think it's the linebacker out there. It's going to be.
You got an injured G-man on the field.
Let's see who's going to be out there. I think that's going to be, this is going to be McCarthy, the linebacker.
He was injured a couple of plays back. He may just be cramping really, really bad at this point. Let's see. Yeah, he's hobbling off right now.
Yeah, that injury he's gonna have to breathe it out a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna have to do. Oh my goodness. You don't want guys to be injured.
Well, that particular injury, he's going to have to come out of the field for a brief second, but that injury, oof.
Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain.
So he's got to breathe it out.
Yeah, breathe it easy.
That's what they told Fletch. Third down and about 2 or 3 yards to go. Here is Johnson back to pass. Steps up and it's first down after the stretch by
no, they didn't give it to him.
They did not give it to him. They're going to say that he was down at the 44 and he needed the 45. I thought he stretched it out past the sticks.
Looking at the replay, he stepped out.
Stepped out of bounds. That's what happened. That's going to be an interesting play here. Do you go for it here on 4th down and 1?
Go hard count and then you go kill and then to your next play.
This is my first gig in years.
What you doing?
Just a bunch.
And it does not look like they got it on 1st down on this 4th down play.
I don't think they did. I think it's just a little short. Let's look at the replay here on GSU TV. Needing the 45-yard line. And I think he was tackled at the 44 and a half.
And boy, you talk about a defensive stand right there from the Grambling Tigers. That's a big defensive stand, and more importantly, it puts them in good field position here because they've got the short field now.
Yes, and if you're Grambling, you have to push across a score as quickly as you possibly can and take away the energy because Texas Southern here in this 3rd quarter has come out with a little resurgence of energy.
Here is Hickbottom back to pass, stepping up, going deep, trying to find the open receiver, just overthrew him. Man, Hickbottom's got an arm and a half.
He does, and that's one of the things that the coaches have talked about Santoria with Jeremy Hickbottom. It's not the fact that he doesn't have a great arm and he can't get the ball down the field. It's just him being patient enough not to feel rushed to make a bigger throw than what he needs to. Just needs to settle in and make those throws. That's a touchdown. Here is Hickbottom under pressure. Delayed blitz was coming right at him. He runs out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Jeremy Hickbottom forced out of bounds.
So it's actually going to be the 39 where they're going to mark him out. Boy, I tell you what, Hickbottom would probably love to have that play back.
Oh, yeah.
Because he overthrew his wide receiver by about 5 yards. 49 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter of play. Twin set to the far side. Hickbottom looking. Hickbottom's pass over the top to Johnson, incomplete.
Ooh. Double coverage on that play.
Intended for Don Johnson.
They're going to punt the football away. Practicing the principles that they will need to practice in games later on down the line. And man, when you have the short field, you have to take advantage of that short field. And I saw Coach Fobbs, and I saw the look on his face on that last play. Wheel route to Johnson was wide open, and they want the quarterback, Jeremy Hickbottom, to settle down and just make that throw.
Yeah, that's one of those that you want that kind of a drive because you only got 45 yards. There is the punt, high punt. Nice job by Grambling, and it'll roll to about the 4-yard line.
And TSU
so they flip the field. That's as good as anything else flipping the field like that. And it'll be 1st down and 10.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Texas Southern at the TSU. Again, I hate to keep saying TSU. At the Texas Southern, call it 8-yard line, 7-yard line.
Mm-hmm. Are they gonna, yeah, right around the 7.
34 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter of play. something that we didn't talk about, and we can talk about it in a couple of plays. Here's the first down play for Texas Southern. Johnson will keep it, go around the right side, and he'll be tackled in the open field by Debonair Martin.
Well, of course, coming up tonight, the big step show at the Frederick C. Hobley Assembly Center. And then after that, there'll be the Adidas party that'll go on tonight.
That was a poor joke that I had that was connected to that I'll tell you.
Later on.
Yeah. Once we go to break.
Absolutely. Trips to the near side, and of course, I think we're going to get to the fourth quarter.
And
here.
that's the end of the
41-20
quarter.
the score. We'll take this 1 minute timeout into the third quarter break. 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network. Memorial Stadium here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now on top of Texas Southern University by the score of 41-20. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter, this pass is incomplete from Texas Southern.
I'm trying to go to the big tight end who was running a crossing route that time, but good coverage being played by Grambling State University secondary, coverage all the way down the field. Got to give a lot of credit to Chris Grant, excuse me. .55 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Here is Johnson back to pass, looking for the open receiver. He's got the receiver open. Couple of moves and taking off down the field with the football, Donnie Corley.
Corley is the guy that is just playing tremendous football. Corley catches the skinny post pattern, runs between the two defenders. Great pass that time by Johnson. Once those guys figure out how to run this offense cohesively, it's going to be a hard time for anybody in the conference to stop.
Oh, this pass is tipped, or I should say the receiver went off of his hands, and it's Roy Lane Oliver. He should have had that football.
Easy pitch, easy catch. One step, catch, pitch, and throw.
And it looks like our sideline guys are back in business.
Veterans.
Yes. I thought that he had a power issue.
The only power issue I have is in the microphone, Santoria.
Blue Chew.
Here is the snap to Johnson, trips to the near side. Johnson going deep, trying to find the open receiver. That's going to be Roy Lane Oliver, and it's incomplete.
Roy Lane Oliver was wide open.
Oh man, he was really open. And you know, again, I'm going to go back to this. 14-19 remaining here in the ball game. The reason I'm going to go back to this is because on that particular play, the connection between the receiver and the quarterback was not good. That's a different story with Alcorn.
Yes, much different story. Much different story. And that's something that you have to think about.
Timeout on the field
Texas
with
Southern.
the score.
First time out of the
Grambling
half.
41,
30-second
Texas
timeout.
Southern 20. We're going to take a break. This is going to be network break number 213. Network break 213. 1 minute timeouts. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Grambling State University for its inaugural kickball on Friday, November 29th at the Hilton Riverside in New Orleans. The event will conclude an appearance by Magic Johnson, a concert by Music Soul Child, award presentations to Grambling's own E40, and the sounds of DJ Jubilee. Get your tickets today by visiting www.gram.edu.
Fumble.
Welcome back here to Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. Texas Southern fumbles the football, and for them, they get a first down.
They get a first down because on the fumble, the ball hit the foot of the running back on that last play, goes up into the air, and then there was a Johnny on the spot for Texas Southern University. Oh, did they?
Oh, boy.
And I want to say that Texas Southern has changed quarterbacks. They've brought in Devin Williams.
Quarterback in for Texas Southern, number 2, Devin Williams in the shotgun. Second down.
It's going to be second and 10.
Just to kind of get you hip to this real quick. This is the same guy that came into the game when Johnson was hurt. Here is the throw over to 33 Howard, and he gets to about the midfield stripe. So when Johnson was hurt, actually, this quarterback was in the ball game. Talking about Devin Williams, junior from Mansfield, Texas, out of in college. So he's got some playing time this year. They've run a 2-quarterback system in the past.
His numbers are not as impressive as Johnson's,
No.
but he's a good athlete. Intercepted by Mullins.
Intercepted by Mullins. Mullins at the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Mullins goes in for the 6th touchdown. Grambling State University, and the Tigers continue their streak with pick sixes.
That's another one 4 weeks in a row, Santoria, with the pick 6.
Unbelievable how they're able to get that pick 6.
And I want to say he almost one-hands the interception. He's running down the sideline. He looks like a sprinter.
Now, Mullins is a big dude. When you stand next to him, he is not small.
In the words of Leon Thomas III, he is a lot of human being.
Well, he was able to motor down the sideline, and nobody was able to stop him.
And I'm talking about easy. He made it look easy.
Mendez on for the extra point.
I'm going to tell you who he reminds me of later.
Extra point try is up, and it's good. It went off the left upright and bounced in, and so it's now 48-20. Any way you can get it, 48-20 is the score. Kickoff team getting ready to come onto the field here momentarily. And while we have an opportunity, we will take a timeout. Time on the field with the score, 48-20. 12:43 remaining in the ball game. We'll be right back after this 1-minute timeout.
Grambling State University is the home of the internationally renowned world-famed Tiger Marching Band and one of the winningest coaches in college football, legendary coach Eddie Robinson Sr., whose tenure is memorialized in a campus museum, become a part of the legacy at Grambling State University. Apply now at www.gram.edu.
Welcome back here to Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium, and Texas Southern will make a fair catch at about the 6 or 7 yard line. It'll come out to the 25, first down and 10. And
one life, man.
Professor Nick Harrison down on the field. He's been with us the whole game doing yeoman's work. And Prof, on the sideline, if you're the Grambling sideline, people think that they're winning. It's pretty quiet. There continues to be coaching going on.
Oh, let me tell you something. These coaches have been all over these players all game, no matter what the score is, especially T. Graves and Beware. But you know that they're two of the more vocal coaches that the Grambling State University Tigers have on the sidelines. So they're going to be on the guys all game long, no matter what's happening on the field.
First down and 10 for Texas Southern University after the Anthony Mullins touchdown. 12:42 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Here's the pass, and this one is picked off. Another interception by Grambling.
Joe McWilliams, isn't it?
Joe McWilliams gets another interception.
That's his 5th or 6th on the year.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
He's got 4 and 0 for a touchdown.
And
I think that's his 6th
of the year.
Yep.
He took that one.
That was a nice play. He was in the right place at the right time. Quarterback Williams did not get the ball out of his hands quick enough to get it to the wide receiver, and McWilliams was running down the hill like a sprinter.
Prof, another opportunity for the offense here, this time starting at the 35-yard line. Here is the give. Down to about the 33, and you're around a lot of guys, Prof, who are celebrating that interception.
Yeah, it's another opportunity for the offense, but it's caused by this defense and Joe McWilliams, who has really had a resurgence in his career over the past couple of games this season. Earlier in his career, he was injured, he was maligned, he was picked on by quarterbacks, but this year he has really stepped up his game, especially over these past couple of games, and he's getting congratulated by not only new players and current players, but old players as well, as Donovan McCray, in his full police gear, has come over to dap up Joe McWilliams to let him know, hey man, I see what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Well, you remember Donovan McCray played with Joe McWilliams.
Yeah.
And he also had a string of turnovers for touchdowns in his career, so he knows exactly what McWilliams is going through this season.
Here's the handoff to Kevin Dominique, who will go across the 25 all the way down to the Texas Southern 15-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Grambling Tigers at the Texas Southern 15. A little over 11 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Trips to the far side. Here's the inside give one more time. Off of the left side. It's going to be Dominique again.
Yeah, it's going to be a first. No, it's first and goal. No, is it a first down?
No, it's going to be second down and 5. Second and 5 from the 10.
Norris, next week's game will be on ESPN 3.
That's ESPN 3. As a matter of fact, you've made a couple of public appearances.
Made a couple appearances already, and we'll make another one, scheduled one, on the 23rd when Jackson plays Alcorn in the Capital City Classic. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing next week's game or not. Never know with those kinds of surprises.
Well, when they come, they come. You have to take them when they come.
As Uncle Ellis says, let the Lord use you.
Please reset the game clock to 10 minutes and 50 seconds. 10 minutes and 50 seconds.
We're talking about Coach Wilbert Ellis, former Grambling State University baseball coach. We were on an elevator in Dallas, Texas, and the elevator had been malfunctioning throughout the course of the day. And it was one of those times that didn't seem like the elevator was going to work. And it opened up just at the right time, and Coach Ellis said, let the Lord use you.
Had a chance to go over and see Robert Clark, and he had a live band for his tailgate.
Well, I was going to ask you, how was my cousin doing?
Oh, man. You talk about Brother Clark, man, I tell you, when you talk about tailgating, I don't know if anybody can compare with him. Because he's the first one I've ever seen bring a live band as a part of his tailgate.
That's an interesting way of doing things.
Yeah.
And it also tells us that my cousin has a lot of capital.
He said he works hard, he plays hard.
Hey, you got to enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
And there's no greater fan than Robert Clark.
Oh, no question.
I remember a couple of years ago, we were playing Texas Southern, and he saw us and called us from across the parking lot to come over and eat.
He sure did. They had grits and eggs, I think, that morning. Here is the give on third down, I should say. And it's going to be a first down here for the Grambling Tigers inside the 2 at about the 1 yard line.
Good run that time by Grambling State University's Kevin Dominique. Dominique is just running the ball hard and effective, but he got a great block from the right tackle on that last play.
Clock is going. Devontae Davis on the near side here for the Grambling Tigers, setting this up for the run, and he does. Kevin Dominique goes in, touchdown Grambling.
It looked like a pretty easy run, too, because it looked like Dominique was trucking down I-20 the way he was running. And I'm talking about wide open, good blocks in front of him, just a convoy of people, and he comes out of that pack into the end zone for a touchdown.
9:58 remaining here in the ball game. 54-20 is the score now. Ooh, I can't remember the last time Grambling scored 54.
Ooh, I'm trying to think.
I had to go back a ways. Kick is up, and it is good. Timing on the field with the score. The Grambling Tigers on top by the count of 55-20. Hey, we're going to go back and grab a break here. This is going to be break 211. Break number 211, sponsored by Creed and Coca-Cola. Break number 211, Creed and Coca-Cola. We'll take this time out. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Illegal kick out of bounds against the kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line.
Here in the fourth quarter of play, the Grambling State University Tigers scored just a series ago behind Kevin Dominique and this Grambling Tiger offensive line, giving Grambling a 55-20 advantage over Texas Southern University. Ossie Clark here with you. The Professor Nick Harrison down on the sideline. Texas Southern will have the football, first down and 10 at the Texas Southern 35-yard line. Trip set to the far side of the formation. Here's the pass to the running back in the backfield. Pass is going to be completed. They got across the midfield stripe and down to about the 48-yard line. Penalty marker will come in late. Good play that time.
Personal foul against defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
There's going to be a penalty at the end of the run. So Texas Southern will move a little closer to pay dirt, all the way down to the 32-yard line. Trip set to the far side of the formation. One receiver to the near, that's Corley. One back in the backfield along with Williams. Williams will hand off inside, off of the right side to the running back. Let's see if that's Owens. No, that's not Owens. That's going to be Dominic Franklin, who runs the football. Franklin listed at 265 as a running back. I think that's a misprint. He's got to be closer to 245. Second down and 5, trip set. Williams pumps. Williams looks. Pass down the sideline to Corley. Corley trying to make the play, and it's going to be incomplete. Corley had a hand on it. Good job blocking up front by Texas Southern's offensive line, but it will bring up, according to the sticks, 4th down. I thought it was only 3rd down, and they changed it. It is 3rd down. It'll be trip set to the near side. One receiver to the far side of the football field. 9:07 left to go here in the 4th quarter of play. Williams waiting on the snap. Williams gets the snap. 3-step drop. Pass is going to be incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down for Texas Southern as they try to wheel it out to Dominic Franklin.
Dr. Joseph Carter told me to tell you hello.
Oh, nice to see Dr. Carter today.
Yep. Hey, just network stations down the line. We got to go back and get break number 211. That's the next break we're going to take. Break number 211. People are making the exodus.
Not to be confused with the song, This Is My Exodus.
Here is the quarterback going back to pass. He gets away from pressure, now goes down the field, and it's another interception. He should have just kept the football.
Devonair Martin.
Martin's still on his feet. Now the quarterback tries to make a tackle. He's going after the football.
They might blow this dead.
And they're going to blow it dead. They've been trying to rip the football out. But really and truthfully, when you look at what he was trying to do, talking about Devin Williams, he probably should have just kept the football instead of throwing the football down the field.
Had nothing but real estate as he rolled out of the pocket. And when he rolls out, he makes the pass down the field thinking that he can squeeze one in. And Williams has another interception in this football game. That's his 3rd of the game?
Yeah. 3rd of the game.
Whatever I do, I'm
8:45 remaining here in the ball game. 55-20 the score. Here is the run across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Charles Wright checks into the ball game for Grambling State University. That was Richard running the football that time for Grambling.
I tell you what, man, the Grambling Tigers have really put up some points today.
55. Wright will keep it.
I'd have to go back a little ways. Right across the 50. 45, 40, 35, down to about the 33-yard line. 1st down, Tigers.
Good job of running the football. Fake it underneath to the running back, Richard.
Offense,
Richard
number 80.
Great job of
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Of course, quarterback
Replay
Wright
it down.
keeps it around the right side, but it's all for nothing. It's going to come back. Penalty against the Grambling State University Tigers.
The thing about this, Grambling coming into this ball game was averaging right at about 383, 384 yards a game. Coming into the game now, in the first half, 481.
I was going to say Grambling is going to be close to the 600, 700-yard mark in this game. That's a lot of yards offensively. And that's the way to get your rhythm back.
I think about the game that they had here in the hole in 94. And there was 1,100 yards of total offense. Run here on 2nd down, and it goes to about the 36, 37-yard line.
And that was between 2 teams.
McNair and Kendrick Nord for Alcorn State. And when you think about that game, over 1,100 yards of offense, 62-56 was the final score. I think in that game, Grambling had close to 600 yards in that game.
I want to say a couple of years back, several years back, not a couple of years back, Bruce Eugene threw for almost 700 yards against Prairie View one year.
680, 670, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there. Nice pass. Still on his
Still
feet.
on his feet. Wow, what a run. And that's going to be a first down. That's going to be Doral James, tight end from Tallahassee. Well, he's starting to use him tight end, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's a good thing because that pays dividends later on down the line when you have a tight end that you can use.
We also saw the tight ends used a lot in the first half on those running plays, doing a lot of blocking, which was a good thing to see.
Inside give again?
Yep, inside give across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a note there, Prof. Our good friends at Logan's said they can't wait to see you again.
I believe
Medium.
Yeah.
Medium with green beans and macaroni and cheese on the side.
So you like yours alive? Is that what you're saying?
I like a little pink in the middle.
Right.
Of my steak. Of my steak. Jeez. What are these people doing?
Charles Wright with the run across at 35 to the 32-yard line.
It's okay for your steak to move a little bit.
I do not like any, medium well is about as light as I can get it. I can't do those rare things. It's just not me.
We'll just order a burger.
I don't want a burger. Here is Charles Wright. He'll take it across the right side. He'll keep the ball, and he will now come back to the other side of the field, and he'll run about 50 yards and lose about 3.
Well, that's usually the way it works for great athletes. Kind of reminds you of Barry Sanders. Not that he's Barry Sanders, but that ideal of that type of movement, run one way, run another way, do a lot of movement and only net a positive yard, You're like, geez, he just ran 100 yards to get 2.
Hey, I just got a text message, and we're going to mention something here in just a little bit.
Nice run.
Here is the give across the 35, 30 to the 29-yard line. Third down and about 7 yards to go. 55-20 the score. 4:09 remaining in the ball game.
Tell you what, the Texas Southern Band definitely came to battle.
Oh, yeah. Ocean of Soul. Well, we'll see a battle here next week between Grambling and Alcorn State.
It's on the line, gentlemen. It's on the line.
Charles Scott steps up in the pocket, 30. Oh, the football comes out. Ball comes out, and grabbing it is Grambling State University. Looked like a horse collar there. No call.
I thought it was.
Justin Richard on the carry. Hey, we're going to give you an opportunity to win those 2 tickets to see Grambling and Alcorn State. All you have to do is text the letters GSU along with your name and where you're from to 318-595-1005. Text the letters GSU to 318-595-1005. We will choose a winner, and we will give you 2 tickets to the Alcorn and Grambling game.
Ding, 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 ding. I already hear them coming in, Santoria.
Yeah. Well, we'll pull the phone out in a minute. 318-595-1005 is the number that you text.
Grambling.
The letters GSU.
It's the final timeout of the game. It's be a 30-second timeout.
And we will give away 2 tickets to see Alcorn and Grambling coming up next week.
Only 3 minutes left in this football game. And both teams are pretty much playing like there's nothing to lose, either way it goes. And you have to admire Texas Southern for them because it's only going to make them better.
Make sure that when you're sending in your text, Text the letters GSU to 318-595-1005. Text it, don't call it. Make sure that you put your name and where you're from.
Text it, don't call it.
I'm looking at, now they're starting to come in a little bit more. We had somebody that called in. Make sure you text it, don't call it. And we'll choose a winner coming up during our first segment of the post-game show. So be listening up. First segment of the post-game show. Again, 318-595-1005. Text the letters GSU along with your name and where you're from. 595-1005. We'll choose a winner during the first segment of our post-game show. Man in motion now for the Grambling Tigers. And I believe that's going to be Thomas.
Ball on
Charles
the ground.
Scott picks up the ball, goes across the 30, still on his feet, gets to the 25, and then dragged back to the 27-yard line, but forward progress gets him to the 25-yard line.
Say, bro, I got to ask you a question. Who is Charles Scott?
I'm sorry.
Is the cheesecake that
Charles
good?
Wright.
The cheesecake was starting to mess with your mind a little bit.
No, actually, I was reading this on here, and I was reading something here that said Dennis Scott, and that's where I got Charles Scott.
I was wondering, I was like,
Charles Wright.
Where did Charles Scott come from?
Yeah, it came from trying to read this at the same time.
I mean, like Ezra Gray.
Oh.
18 names and 20 years of eligibility.
Yeah, he's got a lot of eligibility.
People say, who is Ezra Gray?
Running back for Alabama State.
Who's been there forever, it seems like.
He's been there for about 10 years.
He just doesn't want to leave, and the NCAA keeps allowing him to stay.
And I tell you what, he just gets better every year that he's there, too.
No kidding. I get better, too. You know, if I'm 27 and I can lift the weights and run and stay in good shape. We're only joking about Ezra. We don't really know how old he is.
I think he's like 23 or 24. But yeah, he's also in first down here for the Texas Southern University Tigers. Well, one of the things about Gray is he was able to get, I know, one medical red shirt. He was redshirted 1 year. He got a medical red shirt, I know, at least once, and I think a hardship red shirt another year. Here is the give across the 40-yard line to about the 41. 1:45 remaining, 55-20 the score.
I'm going to say what Prof said. Prof said that he's on the Ron Dane scholarship.
Yeah. Prof is still on the field, I think.
I'm here. Getting ready to interview Coach Fobbs after the game so he can pour mouth the team.
Here is the run.
Exactly what it's going to be.
And, man, he gets nailed on the opposite side. Talking about the quarterback here.
My goodness.
What a hit on the other side on the quarterback, Devin Williams, the 5'10 junior from Mansfield. Well, I can tell you right now that there's a couple of things that Coach Fobbs will talk about. He will talk about the mistakes. He will say, hey, we got the win. Here is the give here on third down. And they're going to be short here. But, you know, as much as we've known Coach Fobbs, he's going to talk about, you know, of course, the win. They'll get the 24-hour period to celebrate the win. There's some good things that did happen. But he will definitely talk about some of those defensive miscues. And they stepped up, though, here in the fourth quarter with 2 or 3 interceptions and one for a touchdown with Anthony Mullins.
Mullins reminds me so much of Christian Anthony.
Here is the give, and they'll get the first down in Grambling territory at the 48-yard line.
A lot of people probably may or may not remember Christian Anthony, who played the defensive end's position. Anthony was strong as well. Boy.
And that's the end of the game. 55-20 our final. We will choose a winner of the Alcorn and Grambling tickets coming up after the break and after the interview with Coach Fobbs. Victorious, the Grambling Tigers win it 55-20. And I tell you what, whatever meal that you have tonight, it goes down a lot easier when you get a homecoming victory like this. We'll take this time out. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
God bless. Travel safe on your journey. Be back next week as GSU takes on the Braves of Alcorn. Travel safely. God bless you. Thank you, and we'll see you at the game.